Wah! Hi everyone. Okay, that didn't work as well as I'd hoped. I forgot how slow my appear disappear thing is. Still, that's not so bad, right? Hi everyone. Oh no, my timing didn't work. That's okay. How are y'all? How is everyone? Welcome to the show. The very first question I see is this the game with the robot lesbians? No, this is the game with the fucked up chihuahuas. Fucked up little chihuahuas. Robot lesbians. Oh, that's 1,000 times resist. No. We finished that one. We finished that one. That one's oh, they're not really robots though, are they? Robot lesbians? Oh, you're thinking of Signalis. You're thinking of Signalis. This is Signal. This is a different thing entirely. Yeah. I do have that one. I do intend on finishing it at some point. Should I stream that one? Would y'all watch me play Signalis? The the character you play, I guess all the robots have these tippy tappy little feet just like me. So maybe it would be fun to play that. But maybe I'll think about it, I guess. It's kind of different fare from my usual thing, but I'd give it a try. No, today we're playing Signal. The suspicious ellipses in your sentence there, Orpheus. What the hell? Should I be concerned? Would watch? Aggressive air quotes. Desty, congrats on first. I took my meds and I did clean my glasses. That's all handled. Thank you. Orpheus, congrats on second, and also thank you for the permanent cat ears that you paid for. Thank you so much for the bits. It's so appreciated. Seriously, y'all. It's super appreciated. And Doc, congrats on grabbing third. Welcome. Oh no. Well, I mean, robot lesbians. Oh no. Orpheus. Oh boy, oh boy. Mm-mm. Well, hey everyone, welcome to the show. It is yet another day with permanent cat ears up and ready to roll. At this point, I may as well just make these cat ears like properly permanent. They're always up. They're kind of cute though, right? I liked how they wiggled just a little bit. They got just a bit of bobble to them. Kind of cool. Yeah, so the usual thing, I suppose. So yeah, it's Signal today. Uncharted Lands. Signal, Uncharted Lands. It is a game about fucked up little chihuahuas in the post-apocalypse. The art style reminds me just a little bit of that cartoon that came out not too long ago. Shit, what was it called? The really whack sci-fi one. What the hell was that one called? Cartoon. Uh, it's pretty recent. God, what the hell is it called? Fucking. If you make them permanent, I can't pay for. Like, well, isn't that a good thing? God almighty, internet, help me out here. Recent cartoons. Fuck, it's like it's right on the tip of my tongue. I can taste it. Len, guess what? Desty, chicken butt, right? Scavenger's Reign. Christ. Okay, the art from this one reminds me a little bit of Scavenger's Reign. People show. Well, yeah, I know, Desty. I know. Listen, if I didn't have a brain, a voice in my brain telling me that I'm doing a bad job all the time, would I even be me? Would I still be me? Probably would, right? I know I need to be better to myself. I'm sorry. But hey, Signal, little dogs. This is, if y'all know Aza, this is the most Aza coded game I have ever seen, and you're going to see why in just a moment. In fact, let me just pull up the Steam page for you, and you will see what I mean. Signal. No, you know what? Why would I do that when I'm gonna literally play the game on stream, like right now? So, yeah. I don't have much preamble to talk about this time. Nothing interesting happened today. I guess. Oh, no, that is a lie. Holy shit. Have y'all seen the new Kickstarter that just came out? Oh my god, I need to share this. I need to make sure my real name doesn't show up on this page. You backed. This is happening. Okay. I think it'll be okay. Let's find out. Yeah. I got an email. So I'm on Kickstarter a lot. You get some really cool TTRPGs on Kickstarter occasionally. And I guess I backed one from these people a while ago. I think this is the same group that did Kedamono Opera. They're a group called Lion Wing, and what they like to do is they like to take older Japanese TTRPGs that never made it overseas, translate them, and release them as like a full package. And they often work hand in hand with the original authors if they can still find them. It's really cool. So they released one called Kedamono Opera not too long ago, which I don't know where that's at right now. I keep getting emails from them, but it's fine. So this one, if I turn off this and then I turn on this, okay, good. It's not hasn't put my name anywhere, right? No. So this is one called, let me turn off my music for a second here. Shush you for a moment. So this one is called Where's Blade, and it's like an old school 1980s science fantasy mecha TTRPG from Japan. And it's a little loud. It looks dope as hell. I backed it almost immediately. As soon as I found it, I backed it almost immediately. Because it's got like serious weight in Japan. Like it's had books, it's had audio dramas, it's had a couple of video games, it's had an anime, I think. Piles and piles and piles of supplements. I guess it came out in 1986, which is a few years before I was born, which is fun. But yeah, they're releasing it in the West now, and I'm very, very excited for it. And they actually got in touch with the original author, which I think is really cool. Anyway, I think it's neat as hell, and I'm excited for it to show up. And it will go on the big pile of TTRPGs I never actually get to play, because that would mean talking to people. People scare me. But yeah, that's sort of the big thing that has happened the last day or two. Very exciting. I love cool TTRPGs. I'm so excited for it to show up. As soon as I get it, I'm gonna share info about it. Because oh god, TT. I have considered TTRPG Tuesday because I have a bunch, and like y'all have never seen it. I've got a whole scene in OBS to play TTRPGs on with y'all, and I never get around to it. So at some point for sure. But no. This. One moment, please. The music is down. Yeah, that would be cool, right? Because before my re-debut, I was doing a solo TRPG game. So once a week, I would play a solo game I own called Sundered Isles, Starforged Sundered Isles, which I was having a lot of fun with. But I think it's been sitting for a while. I might shelve it for a bit longer. I might try and do something different, or try some of my other solo games, because I got a pile of solo games. And well, see, that's the thing. Like, part of me wonders, let's just get some tunes in the back. Swoop. This is the game we're gonna play today, by the way. We'll just use the game's music for a bit of audio in the back there. I have wondered if I have the nerve to run an actual TRPG game on stream for people. Do I have it in me to put myself in front of the internet like that? In front of the internet and also players. I guess I already stream 3 hours a day, right? But it's video games. It's all written for me. I've done solo TRPGs, so I know that I can do the TRPG bullshitting thing like in front of a crowd, because those TRPG streams used to be fairly popular. I stopped them because of my re-debut and I was focusing on other things. But could I run an actual game on stream? I'd have to find people who'd want to play on stream, you know? And that's a whole other bag of worms. And then there's scheduling issues, and then what game do we play? You know, that kind of thing. It's a lot to think about. Are they pre-made adventures we could play? Yes, there are. I've got some games that have a bunch of pre-made adventures. I mean, my absolute favorite game is Eclipse Phase, but that's a hard sell because it's very crunchy, like transhuman sci-fi stuff. It does have quite a few pre-made adventures that we could pop into that I could use no sweat at all. Pre-made adventures with assumed pre-made characters. You don't have to play the pre-made characters, but like, they're packaged up very, very well. Eclipse Phase is a very good package. I've got other games that are shorter. Like, I've got it said Cyberpunk, but it's written CBR plus PNK Cyberpunk. It's an incredibly tight little package. It's meant for like con play, you know, like conventions. So easy to sit down, easy to play. You make a character in, you know, 30 seconds, and then you get going, kind of thing. Just try those and test. Yeah, I mean, right now I am running. Technically, I'm running 2 games for some people in Ghostfish. So every other week I have a Wild Sea game for a whole pile of players. And we're enjoying that, I think. I hope. Fingers crossed. I don't think any of my players are in stream right now. So I can say that, God, I hope they're enjoying it. Oh no! I spoke too soon. Hi, Spooky. Forget I said anything. And whenever we can't get the whole gang together, I have a backup game that I run, which is Mythic Bastion Land, which I'm enjoying quite a bit as well. But yeah, it'd be neat to play. Not a player, but they are enjoying it. Well, I mean, so they say, and I have no reason to doubt them, but I have a reason to doubt them, you know? Oh no. Spooky. Hush. Hush now. I enjoy it. You know what it comes down to is it comes down to me being cognizant of my shortcomings as a GM. You know, like I know the things I am not good at as a GM. I suck at prep. I hate prep, which is why I tend to like games that really enable you to bullshit. Wild Sea is great for bullshitting. Mythic Bastion Land is almost entirely built off of random roll tables, which I love. I can bullshit all day. But my main problems are I'm too nice to my players. I'm too permissive. You know, my favorite thing to say is, yeah, that sounds funny, let's do that. Or, you know, a player asks me, hey, does this thing work? And it's like, yeah, of course that works, because that's cool as hell. But I'm... stuff to work on. And really the only way to work on it is one TPK a session. Yeah. I mean, my players, we had a big combat in the last game, which I can't help but feel I could have presented better. Looking back on it, I feel like it was boring. I really should have... I should have come at it from a different angle. Part of the problem is I've got 6 players in my Wild Sea game, which is way more than I'm used to. I am the kind of GM who likes to run for a 3 to 4 player party max. So that I have 6 players in this one is kind of hard for me to wrap my head around and or balance for. No, Spooky, you shut up. Stop that. Quit it. I like all of my players. I like that I have such a big party, and it's really, really good practice for me. So you stop that. If you leave, I'm canceling the game, Spooky. You can't ever leave. You're stuck here. None of that. Bad. Bad, Spooky. But yeah, it'd be cool. It'd be cool to do TTRPG Tuesdays. The problem is I have so many video games I want to stream, you know? Like, I'm still working my way through I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. I feel like Teenage Exocolonist is going to start overstaying its welcome. I am considering after this next life, shelving it for a bit and moving on to something different. Just because I think maybe it's going to start, like I've been playing it for a couple months now every Tuesday, and I'm worried it's going to start being a little stale. But we'll see. We'll see. And I mean, I just picked up the Signal game, so this one's going to stick around because it looks cute, unless I hate it. I have literally never played this. I popped into it for 20 seconds earlier to test out like the settings to make sure my audio settings was all set correctly. But other than that, I haven't played it yet. So we'll see. And I know Sekka is still bothering me to continue observation, which I'm so on observation. It just has a lot of flashing lights, you know? Like, I feel bad. It is my stream, and it is my call, and I'm going to do whatever I like, and none of you can stop me. I suppose you could just stop watching, which is kind of like stopping me. And I don't want that. Well, it's nice. I'm glad you think that way, Orpheus. Yeah, shall we just get into this? Let's just get into this, yeah? Signal. Uncharted. Is it in here? It is. Good. Signal Uncharted lands. Close my eyes and plug my ears. I am so happy I've got, like, diehard fans. You have no idea how cool and terrifying that is. Alright. So, check it out. Hey, remember yesterday when I said my, ISO was drunk and it wasn't doing the thing correctly? Check it out. I fixed it. And by I fixed it, I mean I realized that it was user error on my part. It's working perfectly. I screwed up using it. So yeah. I think it's cool. Let's just get straight into this shit. Let's go. Let me scoot on out of the way. I will make this big. Do we have audio? We have audio, we have light, we have sound. Music is off. Let's begin. Wait. I did do that. Okay. Let's begin. Warning, this game features gunshot sounds and air raid sirens, explosion sounds and images, but quite a bit. Okay. Off to a good start. Look at this fucking dog. Where's Ozza? Ozza says he would be here. Look at all these fucking dogs. 1, 2, 3. Well, at least 3, and then this picture's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is a Ukrainian game. Looks like Ozza, I agree. Okay, now I need to choose how much of this I am going to voice act and or narrate. I guess we'll see. The end of everything day. In a fairly affluent estate, there's chaos. A 45-year-old man is gathering his things. His wife, a blonde of the same age, is trying to round up all of her small Chihuahua dogs. Why is Ozza in this game? No, Doc. This is a different developer entirely. You're thinking of Scarlet Hollow, which is phenomenal. I can't wait till episode 5 comes out. It's gonna be so good. But no, this is a different developer. Oh, well, buddy. I like how well rendered the dogs are and how not super greatly rendered the people are. Nice shirt, bud. Am I gonna voice act this whole thing? I guess I should. Hurry up, Susan. We don't have much time. I'm trying. I can't leave Kevin, Buzz, Megan, Fuller, Lil Bro, and Dark Overlord behind. I have to find all their toys, treats, and stuff. Who do we think they all are? Kevin, Buzz, Megan, Fuller, Lil Bro, and Dark Overlord. Do we think... This one's Kevin. This one's Lil Bro. Maybe. Who do we think this one is? Buzz. This one might be Kevin. Wait, is that the same dog? That might be the same dog. God knows Robert Beaver adored his wife ever since he met her in high school. Robert Beaver. Bob Beaver. Alright. Their life together had its ups and downs, but despite everything, they were still together. Still happy to see each other in the evening when Bobby returns home from work as a deputy. But sometimes, quite rarely, Susan triggered an uncontrollable wave of irritation in her husband. And this wave is engulfing Robert Beaver right now. Get those damn mutts and throw them in the bunker. There's an automatic feeder and a cleaning robot in there. You don't need to do anything. Just hurry up, Susan. For crying out loud, hurry. All right, Bob. I've already gathered them. I'm heading to the bunker now, then I'll pack my stuff. Nice bunker. Nice snail. Susan, barely managing to corral all the dogs, stepped outside. It was a sunny summer day, not too hot. Perfect for a picnic. Except for the blaring sirens from the city center, which didn't quite fit the picture. Well, Bobby knew this day would come eventually. His fellow council members had laughed at him when Robert told them about the latest upgrade to his bunker. Do you really believe a nuclear war is possible, Bob? A colleague asked, smiling. What's next? You gonna tell us the government is spying on us through our laptop cameras, or that there are people frozen to save humanity in case of a catastrophe? Haha. But Robert Beaver couldn't care less about their mocking. Ha, who's laughing now, idiots? Fucking, oh boy, look at them all. Susan approached the bunker door and summoned the AI that autonomously managed the bunker. Open the door, please? User Susan identified. Permission to open the door granted. The massive bunker door slowly creaked open. Susan, carefully holding all 6 of her beloved dogs, descended the stairs. Automated electricity supply, an autonomous generator powered by various independent solar panels, air purifiers, a water purifier, sewage system, automatic dog feeder, helper robot. This was not common at the time, but if you had money, you had access to cutting-edge technology unavailable to most citizens. Oh, great. Susan placed all the little ones in their pre-prepared beds. Please register the names of all individuals residing in the bunker. Remember, the number of people is limited to ensure safety and survivability. Oh, I have to name everyone, huh? Yes, that's correct. I'll automatically count the number of adults. Well, sure, they're adults, but they're still my little beans. My lovelies. Okay, who do we have here? Kevin, Buzz, Megan, Fuller, Lil Bro, and Dark Overlord. 6 individuals registered. Thank you. Wait for me, darlings. Daddy and I will be back soon. Susan quickly ran out of the bunker and headed to the luxurious mansion to gather all her expensive dresses and perfumes. Priorities, lady. Absolutely. It's the end of the world and you're going for perfumes. Okay. About 20 minutes later, Bobby and Susan had gathered the essentials they might need in the bunker. A suitcase full of cash, a pair of stylish shoes, jewelry, and an original Van Gogh painting. Jesus. Whew, oh, my heart. I told you to do yoga, but you never listened. You never listened to me. Maybe you'd be fitter and less irritable. Gotta look good for the apocalypse. Yeah, I gotta have money too, apparently. Damn it, Susan. It's the end of the world, and you still find time to nag me about yoga. Robert moved closer to the bunker door, ready to finally open it and hide inside. Open these damn doors. God, we're almost out of time. User Robert identified. Permission to open the doors cannot be granted. Uh-oh. Oh, I could use some coffee. Wait, what? How can you not grant permission? The number of individuals inside the bunker has reached the critical limit. Opening the doors is currently not possible. Please wait until the end of the world phase is complete. Permission to open the doors will be granted then. How can I wait out the end of the world if I'm outside? Shit, Susan! You were supposed to just throw your damn dogs in the bunker, not break the damn thing. Bobby tried to kick the bunker door, only to get a small electric shock. I strongly advise against compromising the safety of the bunker. Open the doors, you monstrosity! I poured a fortune into you, not to save the dogs in a crisis. Open these damn doors, I said. Susan was starting to realize something was terribly wrong. Despair clutched her throat like a vile lump, bursting out in loud sobs and screams. Her morning makeup streamed down her face in thin rivulets. Robert Beaver turned to his wife. What could he do? Where did he go wrong in programming this AI? And did it even matter at this very moment? No matter what, here they were, Bobby and Susan still together, even at the end of everything. Oh, Jesus. Well. Cheers, bud. At least she got the dogs first. Mayor Maximus Mighty Dog Mueller II. What did these fucking people... Where did they come from? How many years later is this, is the question, right? Is this a save button? Okay, it is. Whoa! Can I just right-click? Yeah. Alright, standard VN, fair. My dear Chihuahuans, today we honor a heroine of the past, kind Susan, who selflessly sacrificed herself to give our ancestors a chance to survive and repopulate this beautiful planet. Desty, how could you? I'm here trying to tell a fun story and you make me do push-ups. May the memory of her warm our hearts. Now, I declare the Kind Susan Day celebration open. Rejoice, have fun, and fill your bellies with treats. What treats? Look at this dog. As soon as Mayor Max finished his festive speech, dozens of joyful tails began wagging against the ground. The annual celebration holds great significance for the Chihuahuans. Rapid evolutionary processes, triggered either by the compounds of various chemical elements that enveloped Earth during the end of everything, or by nature's need to recover, influenced the new generation of Chihuahuans, endowing these dogs with unmatched intelligence. I will do the push-ups in just a moment, Dusty. Hold on. Most species were wiped off the face of the Earth, including humanity. 6 little dogs that emerged from the bunker many, many years ago became the ancestors of modern Chihuahuans. Their society evolved from simple packs to settlements and then to cities. It's hard to say how they managed it with their little paws, but the results were impressive. If people of the past could see these cities, they wouldn't be able to tell them apart from human ones, except everything was much smaller, and instead of houses, they were comfortable dog houses. From generation to generation, the ancestors of modern Chihuahuas passed down the story of how Susan selflessly sacrificed her life to save all her dogs. On this festive day, Chihuahuans remembered not only kind Susan's sacrifice, but also the end of everything. The exact cause of this tragedy is unknown. However, these little bright-eyed pups were determined to do everything in their power to ensure it never happened again. Alright. Push-ups time, I guess. Okay. Alright, I did the thing. You happy, Desty? You happy? Oh boy. Oh, Dobby, greetings! I see you're enjoying the celebration. Oh, Dobby's kind of cute. I don't know how many characters are in this. I don't know that I'll be able to voice act everyone. I might just play this straight. I'm sorry. We'll see as we go. If we see characters that we like a lot, I'll give them voices, but I'm not gonna voice everyone. Dobby looks like Dipper? Oh, the vest? I suppose, eh? Yeah. Gravity Falls, dog. Now you can't say no one shows up? Well, I never said no one shows up. Hello, Mayor Mueller. How are you? Dobby, just call me Mayor Max. Sorry to bring up work at the celebration, but this is quite unusual. So, Dobby, Dog Brown. Jesus. Oh, this game is going to be full of this, huh? The Steam page did say it's full of Easter eggs. Maybe this is what they mean, references. Dog Brown and I will be waiting for you at the research center. Grab another sausage and let's go. Oh, choices. Dobby grabs a sausage and follows Mayor Max to the research center. Dobby, delayed by all the food, arrives at the research center later. Look at all these pups. Look at all these pups. Very cute. One thing I did do when I bought the game was I stared very intently at the screenshots to see if I could see any hint of Gen AI garbage. And I don't think I can see anything. I don't think I can. I think it's okay. I hope it's okay. I guess we'll find out. We getting there right away or are we getting there in a bit? Let's get there right away. Why not? Stonks! Amount of treats. As amount of treats increases, so does mood. Dobby's Island. Oh. Well. It's the Ukrainian game. Let's not talk about that. Dog of the Year, Diploma. Diploma in what, I wonder? Why there's bananas? Oh, those are sausages, not bananas. Len. Alright. Dobby, come on in. You're the first from the team. Hell yeah. First? Who else is coming? Make yourself comfortable. We'll wait for the others and then get started. One by one, those who Mayor Max probably called the team entered the office. A serious lady in a military uniform, followed by an older Chihuahuan and a fairly young lady with glasses. From the surprised expressions on these Chihuahuans' faces, it was clear they were pulled away from the celebration as unexpectedly as Dobby himself. It must really be something urgent. The entire team, as Mayor Max called them, settled in front of the board, waiting for something important. Just then, Dog Brown entered the room, an older but energetic professor who ran a research center. Dobby... We spelling your name differently? Dobby knew him well because he has been working as a researcher in this research center for a long time. Dog Brown approached the center of the room and stood next to Mayor Max. I can't do the voice for Doc Brown from Back to the Future, but I see what they're going for here. Hello, friends and colleagues. First off, I want to congratulate you on this wonderful Kind Susan's Day celebration. Mayor, the celebration this year is incredible. But let's get to the matter at hand. As you all know, our research center specializes in exploring new territories that remain abandoned since the end of everything. We study old human technologies and investigate how they can be utilized. This morning, our raiders detected an unknown signal coming from unexplored territories. This signal is unusual, and we've never detected anything like it before. The lands from which it's coming are much further than where we usually send our researchers, so Mayor Max and I have assembled the most experienced team. Let me introduce you to each other. Expedition researcher Dobby. Don't let his young age fool you. Dobby is an excellent specialist in his field. When it comes to researching and marking new territory, you won't find a better explorer. Oh, okay. Sergeant Stubby, our security specialist. I hope Sergeant Stubby's skills won't be needed on this expedition, but you'll be venturing into uncharted territory. It's better to be prepared for anything. I'm having so much trouble speaking today. Blah, 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 blah. Mba, mba, mba. Nah. Field botanist Daisy. Whoa. Is that Stubby? Stubby, your eyes are so far apart, my guy. Sir, sorry to interrupt, thank you. But isn't a botanist an unusual addition to standard expedition? Extra people might just delay the group and affect safety. And here we come to the second objective of this expedition. I think Miss Daisy can explain it better than I can. Dog Brown nodded to the young Chihuahuan in glasses and handed her the floor. Botanist Daisy blushed a bit from the extra attention. How does Dog blush? Wow, she's cute. Look at her. She's so small. I like Daisy the best so far. She's so cute. Hello everyone. As you already know, I specialize in plant research, specifically plants used to make plant-based sausages, schnitzels, and patties, the kind you had at today's celebration and eat daily. The issue is that recent harvests of these plants have been smaller than usual, and to top it off, everyone is tired of the taste of these plants. In my research, I found that some plants might have mutated in the wild, and these trees bear fruit that's already an edible sausage. Huh? Sausage trees? How do dogs have glasses? Because they're smart. They got dog pewters and dog stonks and dog movies. Surely they can figure out glasses. Dog glasses. Yes, hello, my little cat. Yes, squeak. Hello, my little cat. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Mwah. Most likely, the taste of these fruits will differ from what we eat daily. I think sausage tree fruits might be much tastier and juicier than our usual food. That's why I'm joining the expedition, to explore the wild lands and find these plants. I wish. But, Mayor, this sounds like nonsense. Do you really believe... Sergeant Stubby's words didn't even reach Mayor Max's ears. Exactly! I hope everyone understands the importance of this mission. We need to find the sausage tree. Just imagine the profits and joy we'll get. Profits? You're telling me capitalism didn't die with the end of the world? God damn it. His little tail wagged uncontrollably from the thoughts of new treats. And who wouldn't understand him? After the end of everything, the Chihuahuan ancestors survived as best they could. Most animal species were wiped out from the face of the earth, so chicken or rabbit were out of the question. They had to eat root vegetables that survived in the half-dead soil. And with the development of Chihuahua's intellectual abilities, killing other living beings seemed like a relic of a barbaric past, so plant-based food became an essential part of every Chihuahuan's life. Fair. Yes, of course. Discovering the sausage tree will be a sensation. But let's not forget about the signal investigation. They're still using miles, too? That's weird. I'd like to introduce the last but not least member of the expedition, historian and expert on human life, author of many historical and research books about humans, Jason Funderbarker. This game rocks. Jason is an expert in ancient technologies and their applications by humans. He'll assist if your expedition encounters unknown artifacts from the past. Well, I hope everyone appreciates the importance and urgency of this expedition. Today you can continue celebrating, but tomorrow morning you need to gather all necessary items and set off. Are we still in the bunker? I suppose not. They said there are cities now. We won't see each other before departure, so I wish you success and safe exploration. Okay, Mayor Max. Thank you. Cute. Day 1. Wait, do I have that sound effect on here? I thought I did. There we go. 4 hours into the journey. Bender? Oh no. Bender, my guy, what happened to you? Oh, we've been walking for so long. When's the next break? It would be nice to cross the border and leave the explored lands today, but I think we have time for a short break. Let's find a comfortable spot under a tree. But I wouldn't recommend we don't let our guard down. Danger could be lurking anywhere. Oh, what is this? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Chihuahua stocks are more sausage than more happy. Yeah, exactly. Ooh, but you can protect us, right? Daisy, do you have a thing for Sergeant Stubby? Of course, I've got my claws, my sharp teeth, and also this 44 Magnum. What the fuck? Oh. Dobby was dressed like Finn the human? Oh god, this game is gonna be chock full of references, huh? It was a bit odd that the team hadn't noticed the massive revolver that was nearly the size of Sergeant Stubby herself until now. Oh, Sergeant Stubby's a her, okay. Maybe it was because Stubby had been walking to the far left and the revolver hung on her left side. Sure, this big fucking gun! Oh, this game rocks. Fuck. Is there a button to hide the... No, eh? Help? Hides user interface. Okay, I thought it might be. Look at this picture. The way Sergeant Stubby is sitting. God damn. Also, I'm only just now realizing how quiet the music is. There we go. Or perhaps it was just due to a lack of attention. Whatever the reason, Stubby, after fumbling with the clasp on the holster, pulled out the enormous revolver with her tiny paws to show it to the team. Oh yeah, it is a little bit Finn from Adventure Time, right? Finn the human. Hey, I have a confession to make. I have never watched neither Gravity Falls nor Adventure Time. I just never got around to watching them. I know of them, obviously, but... Isn't there like a new Adventure Time where Finn is gender bent? It's Fiona or something? What's that about? I've heard of it like tangentially. Oh, cool. What is that? Oh, that's a 44 Magnum, kid. I'm giving Jason this kind of shithead voice because it just fits. We've already understood that, but what does it do? It's a gun. Well, actually, I'm not sure. During humanology classes, we were taught that this used to be a powerful weapon, and it was used against all sorts of monsters. But I have no idea how to use it. Honestly, almost all the expeditions I've been on were pretty uneventful, so I haven't had the chance to figure out how this thing works. Well, Jason, do you know anything about this weapon? Dear Dobby, in my book, Jason Funderbarker's Guide to Human Customs and Rituals, I detailed several types of weapons like the hairdryer, umbrella, and balloon. Unfortunately, this revolver wasn't among them. I've seen one only once in the East Howellville Museum, but due to our chilly relations with the museum's director, I didn't have the opportunity to study it closely. A couple of throwaway episodes during Adventure Time where it was Fiona and Cake instead of Finn and Jake. Now they have a spin-off show. Ah, interesting. Okay, that's fine. With the help of the other team members, Sergeant Stubby managed to shove the revolver back into its holster, and then Dobby addressed everyone. Alright folks, let's grab a bite and move on. We need to cross the border before nightfall. Bumble Bear? All the Chihuahuas took off their backpacks and settled in the shade of a tree. Jason Funderbarker, after biting off a good chunk of sausage that filled his mouth, turned to Sergeant Stubby. Stubby, what did you mean when you said that almost all your expeditions were uneventful? Did some of them involve adventures? Well, yes, but it's a story not for the faint-hearted. I don't want to scare anyone unnecessarily. Are you sure you're ready to hear it? Yeah, I'm ready. Alright then, listen up. Oh. It happened at night. My team and I were resting after exploring the wasteland. I woke up to a suspicious rustling sound. I couldn't see what or who was making the noise, but I knew for sure that the rustling was getting closer to us. I quickly woke up my team, and while we were staring into the darkness, something in the dark was staring back at us. The rustling grew more distinct. I saw panic in my colleague's eyes, and as soon as I put my paw on my magnum, it rolled out right towards us. The creature had no limbs, no tail or face. The chimera just rolled, using the wind to assist it. Sounds a tumbleweed. Oh, it's this. So it had intelligence, knew how to calculate its movement and adjust to the direction of the wind. My team and I didn't intend to find out whether the creature had hostile intentions towards us or was just passing by. We decided that a dignified retreat would be the best tactic. I made a few sketches of the monster. The scientists at the research center have roughly imagined its body structure. Here, take a look. Christ! That is horrifying! Holy shit, hey! Hey. Stubby pulled out a drawing of the creature and showed it to the team. Dobby and Jason stared intently at the sketches of the monster, while Daisy did the opposite. The frightened botanist pressed her ears down and covered her nose with her paws. Oh, Daisy, don't be afraid. As an experienced humanologist and expert in human history, based on the description of this ball-shaped creature, I can guess that it's something called a sweet roll. Well, okay. An experimental project grown from dough in an ancient human biolabs. To calm you down, dear Daisy, I'll say that we can eat it just as easily as it could eat us. After Jason Funderbarker's last words, pleased that he had easily identified the monster and explained everything to the frightened Daisy with his boundless knowledge, he returned to chewing his sausage. But poor Daisy didn't stick her nose out from under her paws until the end of their short break. After having a light snack and resting, the team set off again. After about 2 hours, the team of researchers began approaching the border between the explored lands and the unknown wasteland. Hey, little house! Big old critter in the back. What's that about? It was a demarcation line of bright flags that shifted a bit further each time a new area was explored. To keep adventurous teenagers who loved to stick their noses where they shouldn't for the thrill of it at bay, the border guard Chi Barkson, nicknamed Dog Daddy, good watch. Dog Daddy. Chi, I hope I'm saying that right. This looks like a name in another language that I don't know. I'm just going to keep saying Chi. Chi had given himself this nickname and was very proud of it. The border guards changed shifts every week, and Chi, Dog Daddy, had been on duty for the 6th day. Hi Chi, how's it going? Told you 100 times, call me either Chi Dog Daddy or just Dog Daddy. Dobby, is this your new research team? Hi Chi, long time no see. It serves the wrong voice. I'm losing it already. Dog Daddy took a long, theatrical breath, hinting that he was once again being called incorrectly. This is our expedition team. We have the mayor's permission to cross the border. Will you let us through? Dobby, the mayor is far away in the city. Here we have our own rules, and you know them. Dobby blushed a bit. No, Chi, not in front of the new team. Uh-oh. Well, then you can just go home. We've been on the road all day. And I've been standing in this wasteland for 6 days. Can't you give a little joy for old daddy? Either we do this or you turn around. Cat, I'm concerned where this is going. I am worried. All right then. In front of the confused and clueless team, Dobby took a deep breath and began. Well, it is somehow both better and worse than I could have imagined. Because you are Dog Daddy. Yes, you are the real daddy. All you other dog daddies are just imitating. So won't the real Dog Daddy please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. I hate this. Because you're Dog Daddy. Yes, you're the real daddy. All you other dog daddies are just imitating. So won't the real Dog Daddy please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. This dynamic song took a lot of energy from both pups, and they stood there, panting heavily, unlike the 3 team members who tensed all their facial muscles to keep from bursting into laughter. You can pass. By the way, where are you headed? Something serious if the mayor sent you? It's a secret mission. We can't disclose the details. Alright. Good luck. And don't forget to bring back a souvenir from the new lands for old daddy. I don't like this dog. The research team said goodbye to Dog Daddy, crossed the border with the flags, and continued on their way. God. There are so many, critters and things. After crossing the border, the whole team walked in silence. No one dared to break the awkward silence first. Dobby walked, feeling embarrassed. If it weren't for his fur, everyone around might have seen that he was completely red with embarrassment. Well, I guess I'll be the one to ask. Dobby, what the hell was that? Yeah, agree. At Jason's last word, his voice broke into laughter, and the other team members also couldn't hold back and burst into laughter. But what a catchy tune. It'll be stuck in my head all day. Well, I'm happy for you, Daisy. It could be a hit. You should sell this song to a radio station. Very funny. You don't understand. She always does this with every expedition team crossing the border. You have to sing this song and he'll give permission. Dobby, listen. Oh God, I keep getting Stubby's voice wrong. Whatever. I've crossed the border a few times with different groups. Back when the border was closer to the civilized settlements, and every time Dog Daddy was on patrol, but he never made anyone sing that song. How's that? While Dobby tried to understand how Chi had tricked him, the sun was already setting beyond the horizon. It was time to rest so they could head out with the first rays of sunlight. Light. Whoa. I don't like the chewing sounds. I'm not a fan of the chewing sounds. All the little dogs took out provisions from their backpacks and started having dinner. Team, while we're having dinner, let's discuss our further route and plan of action. Dobby, how long until we reach our goal? Well, if we're talking about the signal, my sensor shows that we have about 4 more days to reach the goal. But that's without considering the time spent searching for the sausage tree. Daisy, be honest, how likely is it that the mysterious sausage tree actually exists? It exists! It has to exist. I believe in my research. Although I have little experience in exploring wild lands and expeditionary outings, I'm knowledgeable about plants, which I research, especially the edible ones. Why is there a Dog Daddy in my Discord? Wait, did someone already name themselves? No! Desty! Desty! How dare you? It's bad enough that has to exist in the VOD. Now you're hitting me with this? Did you clip it too? Did you clip that? Desty. Desty. God damn it. Oh my god. You didn't though. You didn't have to. Okay, it's just me saying Dog Daddy. I was concerned that it was the other thing. I was scared that you had clipped me doing the bad Eminem thing. Holy God. Dog Daddy. Ah. All right, that's fine, I guess. It's all right. We're fine. Can I? Oh, you can just scroll. Oh, cool. By the way, I really, really hope so too, because I only have enough sausages for half a day. What? Jason Thunderbarker, have you already gone through all your rations? Yes, we'll need to spend some time searching for water and food. In the new lands, we'll encounter new plants, not all of which may be edible. I think Daisy will help us with that. I kind of wanted to, but this is funnier. Well, I guess. Talking about food reminds me of how many treats there were this year at the kind Susan's Day celebration. So, team, did you enjoy the party? I wonder how many shades. Well, I couldn't tell you because I don't have flesh or blood. You know? I mean, I can turn my whole face off. I also... Why turn red when you can turn blue? Right? Honestly. No, please, please, for the love of God, do not, Desty. Please, for the love of God, do not. How much have you missed? 57 minutes and 55 seconds. But also, hi, Azza, welcome. You haven't... Don't worry, we just started. I say 55 minutes. It's actually only been about 30 minutes because I yapped for a bit. But welcome. Hi, Azza. Azza. Dog Daddy. Dog Daddy. Okay. Did you... This is Jason Funderbarker. This isn't my favorite dog. I really enjoyed it. Nothing special. Overall, it was fun. Maybe someday I'll join in the celebration. Daisy, why not? Daisy's my favorite so far. I like Daisy the best. You know, the last time I attended this celebration, I was still a puppy. There's always such a crowd. Sometimes I feel like joining the celebration again. But on the day my mom last took me there, I got lost and I was very scared. Daddy, please. Since then, I haven't really liked Kind Susan Day and tried to spend it either at home or in my lab. This one's Stubby. Sergeant Stubby. She's got a big fucking gun. Don't worry, Susan, you didn't miss much. First, the mayor gives a speech about how important it is to remember the historical experiences of the past human civilization and how great people were, even though we know very little about them. And then everyone goes to fill their bellies. But I have to say, the sweet potato schnitzels they make for this celebration are absolutely delicious. That would fuck. Sweet potato schnitzel? God, I love sweet potato. I need to get some sweet potato tempura, actually. Oh, I need tempura. Should I get sushi tomorrow? Dobby is the leader of the party so far. Maybe, Daisy, next year I could keep you company so the crowd of Chihuahuans doesn't scare you again. Once you get used to it, you can even enjoy the treats and festivities. Daisy blushed under her thick fur and decided not to respond just yet. Oh, why did it move slightly to the left? Oh no. Alright team, it's time to get some rest so we'll be fresh in the morning. Good night, everyone. After finishing dinner, everyone went to sleep. 1 a.m. Almost the whole team was quietly snoring. Sergeant Stubby was twitching her paws in her sleep and humming a song about Dog Daddy. Only Daisy couldn't seem to fall asleep. It was her first truly serious expedition, and those unsettling stories about the mysterious round creature weren't helping. June! Hi, June! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, it is the Aza game. And those mysterious round creature weren't helping, but general fatigue was pressing, so Daisy closed her eyes and finally fell asleep. 3 a.m. Oh no, here we go. The mysterious rustling disturbed Daisy's already restless sleep. She immediately jumped to her feet and listened. The campfire had almost burned out, and the moon was hidden behind clouds, so it was hard to see anything. Daisy listened intently. More rustling. She quickly woke Stubby and Dobby. She was about to wake Jason too, but where was Jason? What happened? Look at the gun, Aza. Look at the gun. It's as big as she is. I heard some rustling, and Jason is missing. Missing? How is that? Jason! What? Oh, look at this! Jason?
Jason!
Jason!
Jason! Jason! Jason! Jason! Jason! Jason! Jason!
Oh, we have ads starting shortly. Hey, y'all. If you can't, ad blockers, use them. Just use them. Like, seriously, if you're on the internet in 2025 and you're not using an ad blocker, what are you doing? Seriously. Jason didn't respond. Instead, the strange rustling reappeared. Everyone listened carefully. Stubby recognized the rustling. Banana Lassie! Hi! Hey! But, Lassie, I just followed you, like, today. Why you hit me with a raid? I mean, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Welcome. Hi, hi. Welcome, welcome. New people, yeah. Hi, Mortham. Welcome to the show. Mortham, it's the ears. That's how I'm so cute. The ears make it happen. Oh, that's weird. It didn't run the shoutout correctly. Huh. Welcome to the show. Hey, okay, let me talk real quick. Let me talk at you real quick. Hello, everyone. I'm so used to getting raids from like the Ghostfish crew that this is a little different. So hey everyone, I'm Len. I am a variety streamer. I'm in this cool looking robot body. You can all enjoy it as much as you want. I do have a hug command. I added it like a month ago, Asa. It's been a minute since I added it. Yeah. I am a variety streamer. I like to play a number of different games. But what I have discovered in the last couple months is that I really like playing visual novels that I get to narrate. So we play a lot of visual novels on this channel that I get to narrate. Today we are playing this one. It's called Signal, The Uncharted Lands, or just Signal Uncharted Lands. It is a game about fucked up little chihuahuas making it in the post-apocalypse. It's great. Oh, my ad got snoozed because of the raid. Cool. Well, hey, I guess I won't complain, huh? So yeah, grab a seat, get yourself something to eat. Lassie, thank you so much for the raid. Seriously, I'm sorry I forgot to do the thing. If you got to go take care of yourself, do your post stream aftercare. Absolutely be my guest. Go hydrate. Go get a snack. Yeah, and let's hang out. Let's enjoy ourselves. This is if Signalis was about dogs. No, Doc asked the same thing. If this was the game about the robot lesbians, as far as I'm aware, the entire story is because these dogs got a signal, a mysterious signal, and they're chasing after it. So it is a cute game so far. We're enjoying it, and we're gonna keep playing it. So let's keep going. Jason didn't respond. Instead, the strange rustling reappeared. Everyone listened carefully. Stubby recognized the rustling of her old nemesis. If redacted, but about dogs? I don't know what you're talking about. Wait, it's that sound again. Hide! Though there wasn't really anywhere to hide, so Daisy quickly crawled under her sleeping bag and now looked like a trembling hill. Dobby decided he wasn't one to be easily frightened, but just in case, he stayed a bit behind Stubby. Alright, this time I'm not backing down. Come on, get closer, I'm ready. June. Stop. Quit it, June. Quit it. The rustling got closer. Sergeant Stubby desperately tried to unfasten her holster and draw her magnum, but the fear made it difficult. Meanwhile, from the darkness, this terrifying sphere was rolling towards them. Gun too big for goddamn she. It gained momentum. Warm air blew on the researchers' faces. Stubby knew the creature wouldn't use the wind's support, so she nimbly jumped aside. The moon finally emerged from behind the clouds and illuminated the surroundings. Dobby and Stubby ducked, preparing for the attack of the round creature. A frightened Daisy peeked out from under the blanket, her large glasses making her eyes seem even bigger. Honestly, Azza, yes. The creature came extremely close. Stubby gave up on her weapon and readied herself for a leap. Oh no, it's a sweet roll! But the unknown round entity simply rolled past, carried by the warm night wind. The ball continued on its way, not even noticing the three frightened Chihuahuans. What was that? Where was it heading? And what was the purpose of this creature? Unfortunately, the Chihuahuans would not find out. At least, not today. Ads are beginning momentarily. Please, you... What is this clip? Oh my god. The dogs still couldn't move for a moment, until they heard a rustling in the nearby bushes. Having just recovered from one fright, the researchers were overcome by a new one. Daisy burrowed back under her sleeping bag. What's that? Wait, wrong voice. What's that? The leaves of the plant shifted slightly and a creature appeared. It was the size of an ordinary Chihuahuan, but with a strange and incomprehensible shape. The creature approached with rhythmic, jerky movements. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. It's Azza. An Azza in the darkness. Oh, guys, why aren't you sleeping? Jason, you really scared us. What happened to you? Where have you been? And there's the ads. I'm sorry, everyone. But, fuck it. You know what? Can I, how does... Oh, right up there. Heyday today. Here we go. Let's enjoy this to the best of our abilities. There we go. I get my own thing. Why not? Fuck it. I got paid today. Enjoy, everyone. Now you can continue watching. Spooky. Spooky wasn't subscribed to me? I'm actually surprised. Well, there we go. Enjoy. Enjoy. Jason, you really scared us. What happened to you? Where have you been? I woke up in the middle of the night because Stubby was singing in her sleep. I realized I needed to pee. So I started peeing, and I couldn't stop until I had marked all the bushes around. You know how it is. Ozza for real though? Strong handshake. Desty, I know, Desty, I know. But, listen. Also, yes, I'm not calling anyone out for not being subscribed to me, come on. You know I wouldn't do that. I already asked people not to subscribe to... Doc! What the fuck? Thank you. Dr. Octagonopus. Thank you so much for the subs. That's so cool. I'm... June! I'm gonna fucking spray you again. Get out of here. In fact, I'm gonna do something worse to you. June. Junecident. Get shouted out, nerd.
No, I don't need cooldowns.
I do love this clip. Oh, why is it not playing
I
it?
will never believe in cooldowns, and you can never teach me this lesson. I will keep all of my shit off cooldown and...
Okay. My shout out redeem is not working correctly anymore. Thank you, StreamerBot 1.0. You broke my shit. But hey, for real though, thank you so much. Seriously. It's so spooky. What the fuck? No. Spooky. Listen. Okay. Appreciated. Thank you so much. And yes, you're getting stepped on, June. Man, thank you all so much. Seriously, it's so appreciated and so unnecessary. A sub is like $8. You can get like 2 chocolate bars with that. Well, all right. Thank you. Seriously, thank you. I worry whenever I have to say thank you for stuff like this, for y'all giving me your get loved nerd. Why is your background all fancy? Your nation's currency is bad. You're not wrong. You're not incorrect. Canadian dollars aren't doing so hot. But yeah. No, I worry whenever I have to say thank you for people like giving me their money. That I'm... You, Artham. I'm worried that I'm gonna sound insincere. Because I don't know how much to lay it on, you know? Like, I am genuinely so thankful, but I don't know how to express that with my voice. Thank you, everyone. Seriously, thank you so much. Let's get back to the game. Message effects for 20 bits. But Spooky... Spooky, you need to save your money. Like, you deserve the money more than me right now. Spooky. Stop it. I'm gonna keep reading. I'm going to ignore what is happening. I started peeing, and I couldn't stop until I had marked all the bushes around. You know how it is. We need to get Ozza in here to voice this character. Spooky 3,000 subs while they're all offline. I mean, if I had that kind of money, you know. Dobby nodded seriously with an understanding expression. Dobby knows what it is to pee. Stepping on us? I mean, I can do. Just do your best Ozza impression. Yeah, I can't hit the tone correctly. I gotta move my larynx up a little bit. I can take any meat. I can take any meat. No, I can't do the... I don't have the accent either. I'm not British. I'm not British. 346 bits exactly? You know that? Oh yeah, that's what it does say that, doesn't it? 346 bits or 1 sub. All right. And then I got some burrs stuck to me. I tried to remove them, but instead I got even more stuck. Now I'm trying to get one off from under my tail. Mortham. Thank you, Mortham. Seriously, thank you so much. No, hold on. What is going on? Rekka... I guess Rekka got the sub, right? So that's why I triggered that. Okay. No. Oh, damn it. Mortham, seriously, thank you. It's so kind of you. Oh my god, I'm getting pummeled here. Now I'm trying to get some off from under my tail. Oh, Jason, let us help you. While the team helped Jason remove all the burrs, Stubby told Jason about the round creature that rolled past them. Jason was very disappointed to have missed the appearance of the famous sweet roll. Go, June, go! You fuck up that mesh. Just fucking going for it. Oh, how could I miss that legendary ancient monster grown in human biolabs? What is this expression? This is so Aza-coded, I love it. Chewing on the wires like a rat for real. You know, Jason, that creature didn't look like something made of dough. It looked more like an old plant or something like that. Alright folks, let's try to get some sleep after all. Despite these night adventures, we need to stick to the route and schedule. We don't want to get stuck in this expedition for weeks. The team agreed and all went to rest on their sleeping bags. But poor Daisy remained curled up under her sleeping bag, only falling asleep in the morning. Oh, poor Daisy. Daytime! So tasty! Day 2. Look, the fucking... Hey! Hype... Oh, the hype train's not dead yet. Never mind. I didn't say anything. Look at the gnomes! God. Hey, June, because I know for a fact you have seen it, I don't even have to ask. Doesn't this remind you of Scavenger's Reign a little bit? Like, the vibes are a little Scavenger's Reign, right? I gotta rewatch that show. That was such a good show. Yeah, it does, right? It really does. The morning greeted the explorers with a cloudy and gray sky. Cloudy? After quickly waking up and having breakfast, the team packed their belongings and continued on their journey. We've been walking for half the day. It wouldn't be a bad idea to take a break and have lunch. I hope you'll share your lunch with me. My sausage and bread ran out this morning. Why'd you eat so much, Jason Funderbarker? Jason, you had the largest supply of food. How did that happen? Stubby, scientific and intellectual work requires an incredible amount of energy. I had to compensate for that somehow. And when did you have the time to think so much that you ate all your food? Hey, team, looks like it's starting to rain. We should find some shelter. Look, there's a large kennel from human times. Let's take cover there. Solsig. Solsig. Oh, shit! It's our old house! It's Kind Susan's house! Her underwear is still there and all. The team cautiously entered the human house. Outside, rain had already begun to fall, and thunder rumbled in the distance. The researchers walked through the estate, overgrown with strange plants, examining everything around them. Unfortunately, almost everything on the first floor had rotted away due to moisture or been destroyed by the stems of plants. So after wandering around downstairs and finding nothing of interest, the team creaked up the stairs to the second floor. The most intact room was enormous, with a bed inside and a pile of various items scattered around. Most of them had lost their original appearance, but it seemed like something interesting could still be found. Team, what do you see in front of you right now? Not waiting for a response, Jason answered his own question. This is treasure! A real treasure for a professional humanologist, an expert in human life, just like me. We need to investigate everything here. Jason, don't get too excited. We need to rest, have lunch, and move on. We have a mission. This ancient human house can be explored by the next expedition team, but we can't linger too long. That's Ozza on the screen, I know. It's Ozza right here. Hi, Clem. And the hype train is done. We are free. Thank you, everyone. Seriously, so much. What the hell? What did I get out of it? I got this, which is cute, actually. I kind of like that. So tasty. It's a fucking what? June? Jamiroquai, right? It is a fucking Jamiroquai reference. I was just no, June, you're also broke. Damn it. None of that. But seriously, thank you so much for follower goal met. Wait, who followed me? What do you mean follower goal met? 300. Wait, who followed me? No one followed me just now. I was at 299. What the hell? Oh, Tall Tree Boy followed 6 minutes ago. Oh, hey, thank you so much, Tall Tree Boy. Sorry I missed that. Oh, god damn it. Yeah. No, I'm sorry, Tall Tree Boy. I missed it. Blame June. We all blame June. Mortham, no problem at all. Thank you so much for showing up. Mortham, seriously appreciated. Thank you. Go get some rest or work. I guess work. Work sucks, but good luck. We can't linger too long. I might not be in the next expedition team. After all, we've been given such a chance. What if we find something useful for our journey, Oh, please. Fine. After our lunch, you can take a look around. But no more than 5 items. We don't have time for more. We need to keep moving. Jason satisfied, and the rest of the team sat down to have a snack in the middle of the room. Daisy, Stubby, and Dobby shared some of their Daisy, Stubby, and Dobby shared some of their provisions with Jason, who eagerly devoured the food. What was that? I think I saw something flash in the corner. Where? I don't see anything now. Maybe I was mistaken. It's probably just the fatigue and a bad night's sleep. The team quickly finished their meal, and Jason, inspired by the thought of finding something that would make him even more famous, began examining the remnants of human life. Alright, Jason, you can take a closer look at the items in the room, but no more than 5. Oh, I have to pick. Alright. Well, I mean, it has to be the picture of Susan and her dogs, right? These are the predecessors. We had, let's see if I remember their names. Kevin, Buzz, Muller? Kevin, Buzz, something with an M. Lil Bro, the Dark Overlord, and I can't remember the last one. Kevin, Buzz, something. Megan. Kevin, Buzz, Megan. Lil Bro, the Dark Overlord, and I'm forgetting the 6th one. That one. That's okay. Spooky, you are top clipper with 5 views. Congratulations. Okay, so Susan for sure. Is it just me? Or does this human being look like this is Jason, goddammit. Is it just me, or does this human being look like kind Susan? Not just looks like Jason, I think it is her. And here are 6 of our ancestors alongside her. 6 ancient Chihuahuans. It can't be. We're in the very kennel of kind Susan. I'd never have believed this possible in my lifetime. Oh, my head is spinning. This is a success. Just imagine how many new books I'll be able to write. This will be a triumph. The new books will become more popular than my autobiography, I, Chihuahua. Jason, what do you think this old photo might represent? It seems obvious, Daisy. Humans and ancient Chihuahuans lived in symbiosis and harmony. Look at their happy faces. I guess. I believe humans existed to support the comfortable lives of dogs, knowing that Chihuahuans are the next branch of evolution. I'll definitely come back here with the next expedition to explore everything in more detail. For now, we need to move on. Okay. What else do we look at? I think... So this is 1. This one. Wow, these look very much like awards from ancient Chihuahuans. Unfortunately, I can't decipher what's written on these cups, but judging by the images, they seem to be prizes for outstanding hurdle jumping and shiniest coat. Huh. There must have been celebrities among the dogs at that time, and it looks like people were very proud of this as they placed the awards in a prominent spot. Our competitions haven't changed much since then, except that modern Chihuahuans also hold a contest for the fastest sausage eating. I don't mean to brag, but I'm last year's champion of that contest with you all on the team. That's because I missed that contest due to a trip to the Talesburg Museum on the other side of the country. You won't stand a chance this year. We all know that Azza is the best sausage gobbler. Azza gobbles sausages, is what I'm saying. So that's where all your sausages went, Jason. You're preparing for the contest. Can't confirm it is true. Stubby, Daisy, and Dobby laughed simultaneously while Jason blushed. The love of the game. Alright, folks, we don't have much time. Let's keep going. Yes, Doc. Okay, the alcohol. Just a bottle of gin. Some liquid in the bottle. Ugh, the cork won't budge. Jason, holding the bottle with his paws, tried to pull the cork out with his teeth, but to no avail. Let me try, Jason. I'll see if I can help. Sergeant Stubby also gripped the bottle with her paws and tried to remove the cork. Surprisingly, she had no trouble with it. Oh, Stubby's strong. You managed to do it because I had already loosened that stubborn cork. It just needed a little more effort. Yeah. Jason took the bottle and brought his nose to the opening. Ugh, it smells terrible. The smell is a bit like apples that have been left out and rotted in the sun. The apples used to make this drink must have been left out in the sun for a very long time. Why are there dogs and why is it chihuahuas? Because we're playing Signal, Uncharted Lands, in which literally every other life on Earth has died after a nuclear a nuclear apocalypse, and all that's left are these fucked up little chihuahuas. It's all fucked up little chihuahuas now. They've evolved, they got intelligent, they have cities and technology now, they can speak. They're the Chihuahuans now. I don't get why anyone would keep such a foul thing by their bed. Did people really like the smell? They must have been quite the weirdos. Nuclear apocalypses. Okay, so we did 1, 2, 3. The handbag rats evolved? Excuse you. This is Azza we're talking about. Blueprints. Look, this closely resembles the blueprint of the bunker where our ancestors, the 6 ancient Chihuahuans, came from. I'm drawing stupid nonsense animatics from my Fallout 3 OC that nobody will ever care about but me, June. I want to see them. I care. I'm not an architect, of course, but it seems that people specifically designed this shelter to be comfortable for dogs. This white rectangle here looks like a Chihuahuan bed. I guess. Jason, I think you're holding the blueprint upside down. Oh, well, that doesn't matter. What's more interesting is whether people came up with the idea of building these bunkers on their own, or if the ancient wise Chihuahuans gave them instructions. And if people knew about the impending catastrophe and were preparing for it, why did no humans survive? So many questions, but we have very little time to search for answers. You know what, though? These dogs would be extra fucked up because they come from 6 Chihuahuas. Like the most severe genetic bottleneck in history. Okay, I did 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 item left. Chat, pick for me. What am I going to talk about? There's the goat head, the newspaper, the leash, a bag of chips, some underwear, some socks, and this coat and this yarn. What are we pointing at? Leash? I got 1 vote for... Oh god, I can do a poll, can't I? Poll. 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 Okay. What item do I poke? So we got goat, leash, newspaper, panties, chips. Oh no, I can't do more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What else is there? Socks, coat. Yeah, I can't add more than the 5 options. Okay. Well, we'll just go with that, because the other options are socks, coat, and bear. Start poll. Okay. What's it gonna be, chat? Don't forget to vote, everyone. We already got Doc saying leash, so I know there's at least 1 vote for leash there. How do you vote in mobile? I have absolutely no idea. I will vote for you. There we go. The poll works. It's live right now. I don't know how mobile works. I'm sorry, Doc. I never use mobile. Newspaper's coming out ahead right now. I voted for panties, but I spent all my money on hacking. So you can't rig the vote. What do you mean by that? Well, it's newspaper anyway, so... Alright. Newspaper it is. Here we go. Oh, that's not good. Look, this seems like an old newspaper. Kind of like our Chihuahuan Herald. Too bad we can't understand what's written here, but the images are quite telling. For some reason, all these people have angry faces. Yeah, and they're holding weapons. And they're pointing those weapons at each other, not at monsters like we were taught in our humanology lessons. Maybe certain types of humans were the real monsters. Judging by these images, that seems to be the case. Look at these photos. These members of the human species had a more hideous appearance than ordinary humans. It seems they were also more aggressive and had limited intelligence. But here's something interesting. They marked themselves with symbols made of 3 connected lines. Oh boy, hey! Political commentary, huh? So here's where I mentioned that this game is Ukrainian. Well... Yeah, hi Clem. Oh, well, hey. This is a Ukrainian game. Pretty convenient. These marks would let ordinary people know they were dealing with monsters right away. Is there anything else in that newspaper? Any information on what led to the end of everything? No, unfortunately not. Most of the newspaper is ruined, but I can speculate that these human monsters had something to do with it. We'll learn more when we can study this place in detail. Right now, we don't have the time. As soon as the researchers had examined what little they could and were preparing to set off on their journey, something rustled in the corner again. This time, everyone heard it, not just Daisy. I told you there was something there! Also, I am not saying making a political statement with your game is a bad thing. I'm 100% for it. Absolutely. We don't fuck around with that no politics bullshit here. Just, you know, don't bring it up willy-nilly in chat. Like, try to stay on topic. You know what I mean? That's it. Be careful, team. Stay behind me. Stubbs, you can't get your gun out of your holster. It's as big as you. From behind a pile of old rags, something began to cautiously emerge. Stubby readied herself to make a leap to intercept any danger, but it wasn't necessary. A small furry creature that slowly emerged seemed to pose no threat. It looked like a tiny tuft of light fur with eyes and 4 small paws. That's not politics. Don't you know politics in game is if there's a strong woman? Yeah, this game is woke. It's June. Yeah. This isn't their hip. Clem, this isn't big iron on her hip. This is big iron on her. Like Ozzy said, her gun too big for she. on her. Oh, it's so cute. What is it? Show me a picture. Daisy approached the furry little thing, and it immediately jumped onto her head. Daisy, be careful. Daisy, be careful. Who knows? It might be dangerous. It could be poisonous, for example. What? It's a little thing. June, for real, though. Oh, just look at it, Stubby. What danger could there be? Those little eyes are so cute. At that moment, another dozen of such creatures slowly emerged from under the cupboard and from under the bed. They quickly hopped onto the heads of the Chihuahuans, into their backpacks, and onto their backs. What is going on here? It looks like we found ourselves some company. Strange, but no matter how many expeditions I've been on, I've never seen creatures like these before. It's the June hive mind! It's Rattles! Oh no. Of course, I'm not against having some companions, but keep an eye on the food. You'll still need to share it with me. Well, despite the new companions, we should continue on our way, and the rain has stopped. Dobby does look like Finn. Doc mentioned that earlier. There's a lot of references. Dobby apparently looked like Dipper from Gravity Falls earlier on. There was also a scientist dog called Dog Brown. We're doomed. Yeah, no, as soon as June shows up, it's all over, right? As the researchers descended to the first floor and exited the building, another couple of dozen fluffy strangers rushed over and awkwardly settled on the dogs. Oh my god. Jason, look at yourself. You've got such fabulous whiskers. Don't just look at me, look at Daisy. What a hat. The little arms? What's going on? These fluffy creatures have blinded me. Oh god. It's like... they're like... tribbles, right? Stubby carefully brushed all the unwanted guests off her face, but they were persistent and returned. The sergeant reluctantly allowed the fluffies to stay on the... The sergeant reluctantly allowed the fluffies to stay on the condition that they would not block her eyes any further. Team, it seems like these cute creatures want us to follow them. A small furry creature jumped off Daisy's head and waved a tiny paw as if inviting them to follow. Uh-oh, don't trust June. We don't have time to follow every oddity. Dobby, tell her. We really shouldn't dawdle or stray from our path. But my locator shows that we are headed in roughly the same direction these fluffies are inviting us. So why not investigate what they want from us? They might need help. Alright, but I still don't trust these walking balls of fluff. And so the researchers continued on their way, following the little furry creatures. A couple of hours later, they came upon the ruins of an old city. Ancient human buildings had been destroyed by time and nature. The fluffies led the Chihuahuans to the remains of an old bridge. As the researchers approached the bridge, all the furry little ones quickly ran off into the depths beneath the bridge. The dogs decided to follow them. Hi, little family. Hello, is anyone here? Be careful, it might be a trap. At these words, a figure appeared from the cardboard castle. The creature didn't step out, but gracefully flew towards the research team. It's hard to imagine how this creature could fly, given its impressive size. It was like 5 Chihuahuans. What? Magic cat! Named Bug! Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. No need to panic, I'm not a threat to you. And this isn't a trap. You heard our conversation? Dear lady, not only did I hear your conversation, I also knew of your approach. These fluffy creatures good lord. These fluffy creatures follow my commands, which I send to them telepathically. Why do you have extra arms? Who are you exactly, and why did you want us to visit you? Oh no, is this thing French? Is this another game with a French cat? Where's Broken Umbrella when you need them? Ah, Monsieur Dobby. Who am I? It seems I've forgotten the answer that I questioned myself. Once upon a time, my name was Mr. Buggles Purrington III, or simply Bug as everyone called me. I lived in a manor with a loving human family. I was given treats and regularly scratched behind the ears. Wait a minute. You said loving human family? Did I hear that right? Yes, Jason, you heard correctly. I'm very old. But let's start from the beginning. I'll tell you my story. Oh god. On the end of everything day, I was hunting a mouse in the basement of our manor. I didn't suspect any impending catastrophe and just enjoyed the presence of tracking my prey. It's not French, thankfully. I don't need to do a bad French accent like I was doing for Scarlet Hollow. At one point, I heard a commotion upstairs. People started their cars, someone left. The house became quiet. And then an unstoppable wave of explosions swept through. I lost consciousness. I don't know how much time passed, but when I came to, I found that the doors were barricaded with something heavy, and the small basement window was stuck and wouldn't open. At that moment, I made two discoveries, one good and one bad. The good discovery was that there were substantial food supplies in the basement. The bad part was that only the canned food, Jesus Christ! The bad part was that the only food available was canned beans. Beans are good. I like beans. There was no choice. I had to learn to open cans with my claws. Weeks, maybe months passed. From eating beans, I grew an extra pair of paws and developed telepathic abilities. Fucking what? Okay. This game rocks. I want everyone to go put this on their wish list right now. It's like $6. I think it's probably like $5 US. Just go buy it, seriously. Yeah, it's cheap as hell. Those beans are radioactive, probably. Or maybe it was due to the strange chemical and radiation vapors floating in the air. Who knows? Nevertheless, one fine day, these fluffies somehow crawled into my basement. Yeah, you know what it is? Those beans were all, what is it? Great Value brand beans from Walmart? They were all just a little too radioactive. At first, my instincts made me think that dinner had come to me on its own, but I quickly dismissed these thoughts and tried to befriend them. It turned out they, like me, communicate telepathically. That's how they found me. The Fluffies helped open the window, and since then we have existed in a wonderful alliance. They find food for me, which consists mostly of ancient remnants of canned beans, and since I've grown accustomed to it, I tell them stories and jokes in return. Beans grown in a field over a uranium mine, for sure. Also, hi Angavir, welcome. Wow, you know old human jokes? Tell us one, please. Let me think. I know one. Why don't sharks eat clownfishes? Because they taste funny. The six-legged creature laughed loudly, and all the little fluffies joined in. That's not funny. I didn't expect you to understand the subtle British humor. I'm not doing a British accent. Oh, Mr. Bug, I would really like to know what British is, or what a shark is. You have so much to tell. No, my dear. First of all, I've forgotten a lot. My memory isn't infinite. I only retain important knowledge, like jokes and anecdotes, for example. Secondly, I invited you with the help of my little minions, not to give a tour of the past. Then what for? I have one crucial question. Do you have jelly worms? No, unfortunately we don't have any. And why do you need them? They seem inedible. For you, Sir Dobby, Chihuahuans, they're inedible. For a being who has survived the end of everything, there are no restrictions. This bug would get along with Dog Daddy, I bet. Moreover, these jelly worms somehow enhance my extrasensory abilities, which I've developed in addition to my telepathic ones. So in exchange for the worms, I was ready to answer one of your questions. But if you have nothing to offer me... But Mr. Bug, I have so many questions about humanity, about the past, and in general. Well, whoops. Perhaps next time you will come more prepared. For now I need to rest. Farewell, esteemed company. The six-legged fluffy creature turned around and flew into its castle as gracefully and elegantly as it had flown out. Well, team, we need to move out. We still have time to cover some distance before dark, and then we'll set up camp for the night. So the research team did just that. After walking for another 3 hours, they set up camp. Ooh. Oh god, this game is so Scavenger's Reign, though. Seriously. I love it. I gotta rewatch that show, though, for real. Mm-mm. The researchers unfolded their sleeping bags and pulled out their provisions, which were running out quite quickly. Seems like we only have enough food for dinner tonight and breakfast tomorrow. We'll have to go searching some food. We'll have to go searching some food afterwards. Probably searching for some food afterwards. While we were walking, I noticed an increase in the number of plants from the Fabaceae family of the Fabaceae family of the Lathyrus genus, but they were mostly wild and inedible species. I think if we venture deeper into the forest, we'll find edible representatives of this genus. I didn't understand any of that, but I'm glad we have a plan. Jason, take the sausage. Dobby, followed by Daisy and Stubby, handed some of their supplies to Jason. Jason, food used to make you more cheerful and happy. Why are you so sad now? What happened? A sausage. I'm upset because Mr. Bug didn't tell me anything about humans. It's such a big deal, meeting someone who has seen humans with their own eyes, lived among them. I should have been more persistent and asked more questions. Jason, don't worry. I find it hard to believe that this six-legged trickster lived during the time of humans. It would mean he's hundreds, maybe thousands of years old. That's impossible. I think he just told us a nice story to get jellyworms. Do you really think Mr. Bug made up his story? I love Daisy. Daisy's so cute. Of course. I mean, what kind of psychic and telepath is he if he didn't even know we didn't have any jellyworms with us? That's a fair point, Stubby. Yo, Sarge. And about life with people? Even if we believe Mr. Bug's story, it means that the people he lived with all his life before the end of everything simply left him in the basement. They didn't even look for him. We think all people were like kind Susan, willing to sacrifice themselves to save others. But what if that's not true? The team had no response to this. All the researchers fell into their own thoughts. I still really regret not learning more about people from Mr. Bug. We could have cross-referenced the data we already have and figured out if he was telling the truth. Don't worry, Jason. You were going to return with the next expedition to the human estate anyway. You can visit Mr. Bug again then. Maybe next time he'll be more forthcoming. After these words, Jason perked up a bit and began to eat his sausages more enthusiastically. Enthusiastic sausage eating. Jason, why don't you tell us about the most interesting artifact from human times that you encountered in your research? Let me think. I'm not sure about the most interesting, but I'll tell you about one I'll never forget. Once, explorers brought back an unknown object from their journey. It looked like a box with rounded edges. Sticking out of the box was a long arm with a brush on the end. It looked pretty dangerous, but the scariest part was when our electricians managed to connect the device to a power source. It started to hum and growl. With its long arm, it began to suck everything as a vacuum. It began to suck everything up. It grabbed my assistant by the tail. Poor Gary is still recovering from the shock. Panic swept over the team. Everyone was barking and whimpering. Eventually, someone in the team yanked out the cord, and it all stopped. But since that incident, we handle such discoveries with great caution. How terrifying. What do you think people needed such a dreadful thing for? Toilet assistant, apple picker, obviously it's a weapon, security assistant. Apple picker. Personally, I think it could have been used as an apple picker. Why not? It's very convenient. No need to struggle with ladders. Just lift that scary arm and suck up all the apples. That actually sounds quite logical. I wonder if people from the past also picked apples and turned them into sausages, or used them in some other way. They only eat sausages. It's an entirely sausage-based society. I don't know a better way to enjoy apples than turning them into sausages. That's right. I agree. As the conversations and dinner came to an end, it was time to go to sleep. Stubby, Dobby, and Daisy lay down in their sleeping bags. Jason, however, couldn't fall asleep, still thinking about the events of the day. And he was still terribly hungry. Jason approached Dobby, who had already dozed off, and asked, Dob, are you asleep? Dobby replied in a half-asleep state. Yeah, I'm asleep, Jason. What do you want? I'm still hungry. Do you mind if I look for some food in your backpacks? Of course, Jason. You can scratch me behind the ear. I don't mind. Dobby fell back asleep, not even realizing what Jason wanted. Sausage is the final nutritional form. I mean, good sausage is pretty good, though. Yeah. Asa, how do you figure? I'll take that as a positive response. And Jason rummaged through each team member's backpack, gathering some snacks for himself. He settled under a tree and began eating. As Jason sat there with a sausage in his mouth, his eyes fell on the magnum that Stubby had taken off and placed next to her sleeping bag. Sausages are gay. Jason had always been drawn to exploring unknown items from the human era, and here was such thing. Here was such thing. Hi, Dusty. Dobby wanted Jason to scratch him behind the ear. Dog Yowie case closed. I'll give you that. That's fair, Ozza. Dusty, you've apparently come back to Dog Yowie, which is distinct from Dog Daddy. Yeah, Ozza, you missed Dog Daddy earlier. I'm sorry to say. Moreover, any corner might hold danger, and understanding how their only weapon worked would be quite useful. Not to mention, if Jason could explore this ancient human revolver, he could add this information to his new book. But he was also haunted by the thought that he and the entire research team barely managed to deal with the vacuuming box. Was he taking on too much by dreaming of unraveling the secrets of this magnum? Oh, God. I could see this ending very poorly. Chat, what do we think? All right. Okay. Here we go. I have put up a poll. Do we the gun or do we not the gun? I'm gonna leave this to chat. I want to see what happens. I'm just gonna sit back and wait out the minute. Don't forget to vote. Use your cell phone. Dial in to 55145 with your vote now. I am a little concerned that it's going to turn into visceral tragedy. I guess while the vote is going, is chat for real right now? I guess while the vote is going, hey Quasar, I am going to play this like I play every visual novel. My first playthrough is going to have no save scumming. I'm going to maintain a single save, and we're going to go off of that. Good? Poll's almost done. What? It's perfectly... Okay, I have a D4 in front of me. I'm going to roll it. 1 and 2, we do the gun. 3 and 4, we do not the gun. Here it goes. That is a 3. We do not the gun. Aza, the dogs will remain safe. I'm sorry, June. I know you really wanted the gun. Do not touch the revolver. Sorry, Dusty. You cowards. Common sense. Listen, June. June, I had to tie break it somehow, and using a die was the most partial way of doing it, I think. So you can't blame anyone. Next time we do a playthrough, I will the gun, okay? Common sense won over curiosity. Jason pushed the idea of Magnum's research out of his mind. Better to ask Stubby to lend it to me after the trip so I can examine it in our labs. That will be safer. While Jason was going through all the information he had gathered that day, he didn't even realize he had eaten all the food supplies. He had left the team without breakfast and felt terribly ashamed of it. We can blame the dice thrower, but... Dusty, why would you blame me? It's a piece of plastic. Time to sleep. Good night, Clem. Have a good rest. Thank you for hanging out with us today. Deciding he wouldn't be able to sleep due to guilt, Jason resolved to find some food to replace what he had eaten. Unfortunately, he had no clue about edible plants. I blame the universe, but also I voted do not the guns. Thanks, universe. Okay. Oh, I guess you figured out how the polls work on mobile? Pretty cool. Oh, so sad for June. But of course, June's gonna choose the most chaotic option every time. Y'all, June is one of the players in my Wild Sea game, and she is the biggest force of chaos in the game. Oh, you went back to your computer to vote. Okay. Appreciated, Doc. Thank you. But still, he thought it was worth a try. Maybe he'd get lucky. With this thought in mind, Jason headed deeper into the forest. Uh-oh. Oh no. We did not the gun, but maybe Jason is gonna get eaten by a mutant leopard or something. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. Oh no. If we had figured out the gun, this wouldn't be an issue. Oh, Jason's gonna get eaten. After walking for a while, Jason came upon a moonlit clearing. Somewhere in the darkness, a mysterious cave watched him with a dark eye. What? I'm so stressed. It seems that edible mushrooms used to make mushroom sausages might grow in caves. At least that's what I remember from school botany lessons. I think this is more of a Sam Squanch. Maybe. Jason took a few steps closer to the cave and saw an unfamiliar figure that had been hiding in the shadows. He squinted to get a better look. The creature was enormous, about 5 feet tall. At the top, it seemed to have a head, and then on both sides, there were 2 long limbs, and it stood on 2 long legs as well. Wait a second. This looks very much like a human. Jason's mouth fell open, and he widened his eyes as much as he could. Read a book kind of like this, although it was zombie and not nuclear apocalypse. Oh, cool. I don't mind a zombie story sometimes. What was the book, Doc? I'm curious. I can't believe my eyes. Are you a human? Incredible. This is the dream of my life. We thought there were no living humans left. But here you are, right in front of me. You must live here in a secluded tribe, so our civilizations haven't met until now. I'm so dizzy. I, Jason Funderbarker, am the first to make contact with the lost representatives of humanity. I'm going to write 5 new books called Hollow Kingdom. I'll have to look it up. That might be cool, Doc. I'll check it out. If you like zombies and you like TTRPGs, do yourself the favor of looking up the game called Red Markets. Red Markets was written by Caleb Green? Caleb Stokes? Caleb something. It is, what if the zombie apocalypse happened, but capitalism survived? So you play a bunch of survivors, a bunch of basically 99%ers who live not in the safe cities. And if you want to gain safety, you need to go out into the red zones and find goods to bring them back to sell them so you can make money so that you can buy safety. It is the worst possible future. The game is whip smart and very well written and a lot of fun to play. It also has my favorite preamble. You know how every TTRPG book out there has a little section that is like, what is a TTRPG? And then that's 2 or 3 paragraphs of like, a TTRPG is a game you play with friends. You need dice and pens and paper and friends. You know that section? Red Market's section for that is, what is a TTRPG? And then the sentence under it is, Google it. Seriously, if you have found my game, you know what a TTRPG is, but if by some happenstance you don't know what a TTRPG is and you're reading this book, just go Google it, seriously. Which I think is fantastic. I think it's very well done. Okay, sorry. I'll stop ranting. Back to the game. Jason decided to approach closer to shake paws with his cave person. And the person, in turn, decided to move closer to the little friendly Chihuahuan. Oh no! Oh no! The teeth! But as soon as moonlight fell on the creature, Jason immediately realized that he might have been a bit mistaken in his conclusions. The creature was covered in dark fur, with enormous claws on its paws. From its terrifying maw protruded sharp white teeth. The creature let out a terrifying roar that echoed through the forest. scaring the sleeping birds that flew away in flocks into the sky. Oh, sir, I think I'll head back now. My friends are waiting for me. And Jason quickly turned around and ran headlong. The creature chased after him. Stubby, save me! In the meantime, the terrifying roar of the monster and Jason's cries woke everyone in the camp. Stubby, as an experienced security specialist, quickly assessed the situation. She drew her pistol from its holster and pulled out the magnum. Well, Iron Friend, your time has come. Show what you can do. The sergeant rested the revolver barrel on a rock, clumsily spun the cylinder, and flicked the hammer back and forth. How does this thing work? Meanwhile, we really should have examined the gun. Meanwhile, Jason's cries and the thumping from the forest grew louder. Stubby! Jason had already emerged from the forest, and the remaining team in the camp saw the terrifying monster behind him. Jason, run to the side! To the side! Jason immediately feared to the side. Due to its size, the monster couldn't replicate the nimble Chihuahuan's movements quickly, causing its legs to slip apart during the turn. At this time, Stubby barely managed to fit her paws into the trigger loop. Managed. The only thing she hadn't pressed yet. A loud shot echoed through the forest. The monstrous creature yelped and bolted back into the woods, leaving a bloody trail behind. Jason, are you alright? Stubby, followed by Dobby and Daisy, ran to the frightened Jason to help him. Ooh, I'm fine, Stubby. Everything's okay, team. What was that? Where did this monster come from? Oh, it all started when I went to look for food. I reached a clearing. I thought I saw a human, but it turned out to be that beast. Why did you go searching for food in the middle of the night and alone? Stubble you? Stub-dub. Ah, very good. Because I ate all the supplies and there was nothing left for breakfast. I should shout some of my friends out, huh? Oh wait, my shoutout thingamajig doesn't work very well anymore for some reason. Let's test this. So Ozzy gets a shoutout.
Actual. And Eric.
Oh.
I just called you Eric. And not Eric.
Oh, it is working. Kind of. The like the name thing goes away too fast.
First. And Eric, thank you for the...
I wonder why. This is a good clip though. This is a good clip though. Oh, StreamerBot, for Christ's sake. What do you mean StreamerBot is not responding? I don't like the 1.0 update. StreamerBot freezes a lot. No worries, Azza. I wouldn't. Frankly, don't update it. No, I'm not gonna move to mix it up. I'll just downgrade this. I'll just go back to what I was on before. So when I do shout out, if target user does not exist, break. Yeah, that works. And then run one of the variant messages. Okay, that's fine. And then do the alert pop-up. StreamerBot, show up, delay for 8 seconds. Shoutout pop-up, pause. Oh, so this isn't working here for some reason. Yeah, this part's not working. I'll have to figure out why that's not working. What? No, I don't want to. You can't make me. Would it be bad of me to have a sandwich if I already have... Oh, Azza do squats. Yeah, Azza should do squats for sure. Azza should do squats for sure, I bought bread for myself for the first time last week in like a month, and I had a sandwich today and it was delicious. I fucking love bread. I wish it didn't make you fat. You know? I love bread. All different kinds of bread. My partner made me French toast for breakfast. Delicious. Oh my god, it's good. God, yeah, bread's the best. Why did you go searching for food in the middle of the night and alone? because I ate all the supplies and there was nothing left for breakfast. What else can I shout out? I did June, I did Aza. Spooky gets a shout out. Good friend Spooky. We love Spooky. Yeah, so that's working. But then the name goes away, and it goes away poorly, and I don't know why it would do that. Very annoying. Very, very uncool of you to do it like that. Oh, Sausig. Sausig. It's not the shout out hider, because this is working correctly. StreamerBot video frame hidden. No, that's working correctly. It's literally this thing isn't. So I've got set browser source for the icon, yep. And then set text for the icon, yep. And then wait for a little bit. Okay. And then... Oh, wait. I mean, they definitely pop up. Wait. Sorry, chat. We're doing a little bit of tech support here right now. Shoutout pop-up. Shower. StreamerBot. Oh, group visible. Okay. So group visible runs. And then... Group shoutout hidden. No. Execute. Do the thing. Do that thing. StreamerBot video frame hidden. So the group shows because it's doing that. Peak of British and Irish cuisine, sausage butter? Huh? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to fuck around with this because it's hiding the things too quickly. And I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah, delay for 8500 milliseconds. Pause the thing, shout out the thing. And then... Group shout out hidden is down here. So... Norton border. Oh, Quasar, good. I'm glad. I'm glad you like them. Children of Memory takes a little bit to get running, right? Like, I found it had a little bit of time. It took a little bit to get up and moving. It's just... But once it actually gets going, it's pretty good. You gotta read the rest of the series now. They keep going and getting... Like, they're just as good. The rest of the series are just as good. I quite like them. I'm so annoyed at this shout-out thing. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry that I'm doing this right now, but I'm really annoyed that my shout-out doesn't work, and I can't see why it wouldn't work. Why are you not working, you piece of shit? You piece of shit. Alright, well, I'll fuck around with it later. I'm sorry. Hey, we got ads starting up very shortly. I'm just gonna play through them because I'm enjoying this game a lot, so... Stick around. Get yourself a ad blocker, please. Please and thank you. And yeah. Quasar gets a shout out, even if my shout out thing isn't working. Oh. Doesn't look like Quasar Ace is a streamer or has any clips. Oh, you have no clips to show. Well, I can promise you that Quasar is a streamer. Go follow them, please and thank you. Quasar's pretty cool. Quasar is one of the few flesh tubers I watch. There's not many of them. Did you rummage through our backpacks? I asked Dobby for permission. It's good that you asked, though I don't remember that. But now we have no food and the monster is nearby. Look at how much blood that beast lost. I seriously doubt it will return anytime soon. So we can sleep until morning and then set out to find food. And there's the ads. I'm sorry, everyone. Blink twice if you can hear me. Hello, hello, all you in ad jail. I'm sorry. Please come back to me. It's good to have fleshy friends. Well, I don't have any flesh, so, you know. You gotta remember what it's like sometimes. Genuine think everyone here has a sub from earlier. That could be. Maybe. Exactly. I just realized that we've learned how human weapons work. It seems humans knew a thing or two about defensive technologies. You can change that? What? June? June, are you threatening to give me flesh? What? Doc? I don't like where this is going, Doc. Save your money, Doc. $5 US gets you at least one chocolate bar. Gloves your Len. I don't like that at all, Azza. That sucks. Because that only makes sense if you know what degloving is. And now I'm sad that I'm thinking about degloving. Yeah. Whoa, Orpheus. Doc. God damn it. Oh no, I can't scroll. OBS, please let me scroll. Please. Please let me scroll, OBS. There we go. Okay, now I can un-auto-mod you. Orpheus, come on. Quasar, welcome. And Doc, thank you so much. I thought it was me who figured out how it worked. If I hadn't brought the monster to the camp, we'd still be clueless about this magnum. June, that's so gross. Yeah, if you say so. Anyway, it seems to be a single-use item. After the first shot, I tried to repeat all the actions to scare the monster again, but it didn't work. I did nothing that said anonymous. That's not my name. I know. Alright, well, hey, anonymous user who gifted the sub to Quasar, thank you so much. It is deeply, deeply appreciated. Thank you. What a shame. Are you going to leave the revolver here? No, I've grown attached to it. Besides, it's better to hand it over to the research lab now. Let them try to dismantle it and understand how it works. Dr. Octagonopus, blarg! Anonymous Giftagonopus. June, you have such a way with words. Ha! And I'll write a new book about it. Now I can rub it in the face of the director of the East Howellville Museum, who wouldn't let me examine their exhibit revolver up close. Well, at least something positive came out of the story. Let's get to bed. We need to rest. Also, welcome back from ads, everyone. Hopefully you weren't, hopefully you didn't miss me too much. Day 3. The team, having slept only a few hours, looked groggy. But to stay on track with their journey, they couldn't afford to linger in their sleeping bags. Plus, with a monster lurking somewhere in the forest, it was better to start searching for breakfast early. Alright team, let's go find some food, then we'll continue our journey towards our goal. I have to assume that's a typo. The researchers set off on their journey. Daisy was constantly scanning every blade of grass, searching for any hint of edible plants. This is so fucking Scavenger's rain-coded, holy shit. But at one point, she got so distracted by the vegetation that she didn't notice a twig in front of her and tripped. Ow! Daisy, are you okay? Did you hurt yourself badly? Not really, but my paw does hurt a bit. That's not good. I'll look for some ointment for the bruise, but you'll need to rest for a while anyway. Dobby quickly rummaged through his backpack, pulled out a tube of ointment, and gently applied it to Daisy's paw. There you go. Now you just sit and rest. I'll go search for those edible plants you mentioned. Have you figured out where they might be growing? Based on my observations, plants of the Fabaceae family, genus Lathyrus, prefer moist environments. That means we should head deeper into the thickets and look for a marshy clearing. Sorry, Desty. But be careful, there are many species in this genus. Long ago, most of them were edible, but over time they mutated, and now there's only one edible species left. I'm going to Google what this plant is, if it's a real thing, because I'm curious. Fabaceae Lathyrus? Lathyrus is a genus of flowering plants in the legume family Fabaceae and contains approximately 160 species. Commonly known as pea vines or vetchlings, they are native to temperate areas, with a breakdown of 52 species in Europe, 30 species in North America, 78 in Asia, 24 in tropical East Africa, and 24 in temperate South America. There are annual and perennial species which may be climbing or bushy. This genus has numerous sections, including Oribus, which was once a separate genus. The genus has numerous synonyms, including pisum, the ancient Latin name for the pea. So it's pea vines or vetchlings. That's cool. Appreciate a plant. Appreciate a game that does the work. Hi, dog daddy. There's a lot of species for sure. So how do I find the edible ones? All right, listen carefully. Jesus Christ. I am not dog daddy, not too fond of vetchlings. I don't think I've ever had one. You're looking for a plant from the Lathyrus genus, specifically Lathyrus sativus. This plant has blue flowers. Okay, I guess the doctor's just showing up. But be careful, because Lathyrus navidensis also has blue flowers, but is not edible. To distinguish Lathyrus sativus from Lathyrus navidensis, you'll need to pay attention to the leaves. Oh, the doctor's just here. Hi, doc. You guys calling each other dog daddy like I'm literally not here? Azza is the dog daddy for real, though, for sure. Lathyrus sativus has leaves similar to Lathyrus splendens, but Lathyrus splendens has red flowers. You'll also need to check the seed pods. Oops, I got the date wrong. This game is just going to be chock full of references and jokes and stuff. Lathyrus sativus has seed pods that closely resemble those of Lathyrus vestitis, but the latter has purple flowers. Dogtor, you're right! And don't forget about Lathyrus odoratus. This plant is terribly toxic. You can recognize it by its long leaves with a white pattern. Did you get all that? No. Could you go over it one more time? Oh no! Alright, listen carefully. I think this might actually be important. So we're looking for a plant with blue flowers. Pay attention to the leaves. Lathyrus sativus has leaves similar to Lathyrus splendens, but Lathyrus splendens has red flowers. So we're looking for... I don't know, Azza, I really don't know. So we're looking for a plant that has blue leaves that look similar to red leaves. It also has seed pods that look similar to those of Lathyrus vestitis, but the latter has purple flowers. So it has blue leaves that look like the leaves of the red-leafed ones, and it has seed pods that look like the seed pods of the purple-leafed one. Okay. Do not touch long leaves with white pattern, period. Got all that? Yes. Dobby, do you want me to go with you? No, it's better if you stay here and guard Daisy. Jason, will you come with me? Of course. When have I ever turned down an adventure? The explorers set off in search of the plant. After walking for a bit, they spotted the marshy clearing Daisy had mentioned. Oh boy. And here's the clearing we need. Daisy was right on the mark. Jason, do you remember anything Daisy said about the plants? Pff, you must be joking. After she said Lathyrus something, my brain just shut off. You'll have to find the plants yourself. I'm just here for moral support. Alright, time to start searching. I think 5 plants should be enough. Okay, I'm colorblind. Long leaves with white patterns. This is odoratus. We don't want this one. Sativus has blue flower, or blue leaves. We're fine. Sativus has blue leaves with petals that look like red ones. Okay. And seed pods that look like purple ones. Like this. Right? We don't want blue leaves or blue petals that all the petals look the same. This is red, right? I'm too colorblind for this. I'm gonna kill these dogs. Wait, though, this one has long leaves with white patterns on them. Is this blue or purple? That's... Okay, is this blue or purple? This is purple? Okay, we don't want purple leaves. We want blue ones. Wait, they're dogs! Dogs are also colorblind. Oh, leaves! There's also leaves! Oh, look, I can scroll up! Okay. Bestie is lying? Uh-oh. Okay, I'm looking for... Plant has blue flowers. Navadensis has blue flowers, but is not edible. So, Sativus has blue flowers that look like red flowers, and seed pods that look like the seed pods from the purple flowers. Latyrus odoratus has long leaves with a white pattern. Okay, so this is out. This is out. This one's out for sure. So pay attention to the leaves. So no leaves with a white pattern, no good. But this one has blue flowers that look like the red flowers and seed pods that look like the purple seed pods. Yeah. Blue flower that look like red flower, seed pods that look like purple seed pods. Okay, so this is one of them. This is blue, right? One. Okay. Not one of them. Not one of them. This one is one of them. No, the seed pods are wrong. God, there's really not that many, huh? The seed pods are wrong. I guess they just might not have seed pods, huh? Okay, this I think is one of them. Because it's got a little curly Q, and this one had a curly Q. So I'm gonna take that one. Definitely not taking that one. Not taking that one. Oh, this is one. 3. Is this blue up here? Or is this purple? I went over one? Where? Can you just take them all? No, I can only take 5. One in the bottom right. But this... Oh, right there. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay. Okay. One left. I don't want these dogs to get vicious diarrhea, you know? Is this one blue? Is what we can see from this blue? Because I could take this one. It's got the right seed pods. And it has a little curly Q. And I think the leaves are right. That's purple? Okay. Definitely not that one. This one, maybe. Because I think the leaves are right, right? Blue trust. June! How can I trust you? I can't see the color on that. You know what? I'm just gonna pull the trigger and go with this one here. Because I think this is the last one that fits. There's no seed pods, but... I'm just gonna do it. Unless it's this one. But I think the leaves are wrong, right? Wait, I don't remember what leaves... Oh, I can see them. Okay, the ones I've been picking have long leaves. Right? Oh! Oh, it reset! Oh shit, okay, it reset. So, this one... This one... Yeah, no, I didn't think it would reset. That kind of sucks. This one's got kind of spatula-shaped leaves, so this one would have been wrong because the leaves are wrong. Right? So does this one, though. This one's correct. I know this one's correct. Because the flowers are right. Oh, man. This is... I don't think they accounted for colorblind people with this one. This one also has spatula leaves. This one. One more. This one. Alright, let's head back to Daisy. Just if you're colorblind, you're gonna eat poison. But the dogs are colorblind. Dogs actually have the same colorblindness I have. Fun fact. Dogs have protanopia. They're red weak colorblindness. Fun fact. Daisy, I found them. I found the clearing with the plants you mentioned. It was tough, but I gathered everything. Great job. Bring them over here and I'll check. I have doggo-vision. That's why I'm the dog daddy. That's what used to happen to colorblind people? I mean, yeah, right? The thing is, colorblindness is so common because there are some advantages to being colorblind. Colorblindness tends to give you better ability to distinguish light values. Because you can't rely on color to tell things apart very well, you tend to rely on light values a lot more. And I think there was actually a short period of time in the US military where they had a camouflage that worked really well for color normal people, but colorblind people could see this camouflage like it was a beacon lit up in the night for whatever reason. Like, the camouflage did not work on colorblind people, so they had to change it really quickly. Dobby emptied all the gathered plants from his backpack onto the grass, and Daisy began to examine them one by one. Dobby, I'm pleasantly surprised. You brought a lot. This will be enough for breakfast with more to spare. Stubby, please start the fire. I'll prepare the food. Oh, come on, June. Yeah. Hold on. Ugh. Oh. Don't you smile sneetly at me. 2, 3, 4. 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20. Don't you snarl so sneetly at me. Stubby? Hey, I got an achievement for that. Stubby nodded and went to gather some kindling. About half an hour later, the fire was ready. Arms hurt. Daisy crafted a little stand from branches for the tiny cauldron that Dobby had been carrying in his backpack. A tiny dog cauldron. Oh, hold on. I gotta catch my breath. Okay. Thanks for hanging out, Azza. Enjoy your sandwich. Prop, sir. Dobby, please bring some clean water in the pot. I'll get it right away. Dobby grabbed the pot with his teeth and ran off to find a stream. After 15 minutes, he returned with a pot full of clean water and handed it to Daisy. Daisy carefully hung the pot over the fire. While the water was boiling, she took the seeds out of the pods, removed the young leaves and shoots from the collected plants. She threw everything into the boiling water and waited. About 20 minutes later, the delicious soup was ready. Yum yum, flour soup. Team, time to eat! The research team eagerly ran up to their bowls. Daisy carefully ladled the soup into each bowl, and they happily, wagging their tails, devoured the tasty breakfast. Amazing. I almost don't regret eating all our supplies. Of course, I can't imagine what would have happened. I can't imagine what would have to happen for you to regret stuffing your belly with treats. Wow, this is so delicious. Where did you learn to cook like this? My mom taught me when I was a pup. She works as a chef in one of our city's restaurants. Wow, we should all go there together after the expedition. How's your paw, Daisy? Feeling better? Yes, thanks. Your ointment helped. The researchers quickly finished their meal and put out the campfire. Daisy poured the leftover soup into a thermos, and the team, full of strength and energy, set off on their journey. After traveling some distance, the squad of Chihuahuans stopped and listened. Ooh. It seems like I hear something. Yeah, and vibrations through the ground. Something approaching? The thumping of something big, really big, became increasingly distinct. Something is coming closer. Something is really coming closer. Before Stubby could finish, a huge, fluffy black paw appeared between the explorers. Oh! Okay. Thump, thump, and another pair of paws. Thump, thump, and another pair of paws. Oh, it's a big spider. The entire team of Chihuahuans looked up. The owner of the long black paws looked down at them with all 8 of its eyes. Yeah, June, here we go. Honk. It was enormous. You might even say freaking gigantic spider. And enormous. Steve! Steve, you scared the crap out of us. Oh no. Sorry, little ones, I didn't mean to. Hey Steve, long time no see around town. Stubby tried to shout as loudly as possible to make sure her words reached Steve, whose body was about 10 feet off the ground. Yeah, it's been a while since I visited your little Chihuahuans. Sorry, I've had some stuff to take care of. I don't know what voice to give this guy, it's just me again. And where are you headed now, Steve? Oh, I'm off to a date. Even put on a little bow tie. The spider carefully lifted one of its long legs to point at the tiny red bow tie it was wearing. I hope this time it goes better. Last date with another lady, I had to run because she wanted to eat me. Honestly, June, I was going to say the same. Just for you. Oh, Steve, I totally get you. I had something like that happen once too. At these words, the team of explorers looked at Jason in bewilderment. What? I'm serious. I'll tell you about it another time. Jason almost got eaten. Steve, which way are you heading? Steve lifted his long, hairy leg and pointed in the direction. Could you give us a lift? We're heading roughly the same way. No problem, little ones. I'll crouch down so you can climb on my back. The gigantic spider curled up its legs and crouched as close to the ground as possible. The little Chihuahuans climbed onto Steve's furry body and clung to the spider's fur to avoid falling off. Hold on tight. The gigantic spider straightened its legs and lifted the squad of Chihuahuans up to the sky. At least that's how it seemed to all the explorers. How's everyone doing up there? Everyone still in place? No one left behind? All good, Steve. Everything's perfect. What have you? Daisy's my favorite. I like Daisy the most. She's very cute. Unfortunately, the spider taxi didn't last long for the squad. After riding on Steve's back for about half an hour, Dobby realized that the spider was starting to drift off course. Steve, hold on. Our paths are diverging. We need to head a bit in a different direction now. The English is a little rough sometimes. That's okay though. All right, I'll set you down. Lowering himself to the ground, Steve let all the Chihuahuans climb off. Thanks, Steve. You saved us half a day. Good luck on your date. Thanks, and good luck to you. Take care, little ones. With that, the gigantic spider Steve slowly went on his amorous way. Steve is a masked lesbian who uses he, him pronouns. Right, June? Whoa. Where are we? Exactly. Alright, team, we need to take a look around. Interesting, what's that building? Does anyone know what it might be? It looks a lot like what people used to call a pooper market. Pupper market? Pooper market, or something like that. Ancient people didn't grow plants to make sausages like we do. They went to these magical places to get their food. I never would have thought any of these pooper markets could survive after so many years. We've got to check it out. Overall, it's not a bad idea. There might be useful stuff left behind. Yeah, like tofu and Twinkies. Or not. The team of explorers carefully entered the old supermarket. The floor and ceiling were damaged in some places. Sunlight streamed through the broken windows into the dusty space. Old shelves stood almost empty. A couple of cans of canned beans were on one of the shelves, but there was nothing else of interest. Look, those seem to be cans of canned beans. Seriously, are you looking for a few extra pairs of paws like Mr. Bug? There's food for now, but just in case we should grab those cans, we'll need to head back eventually. Dobby carefully reached for the cans of ancient beans. Suddenly, a figure appeared from behind the old shelves. With the Lego arm! Well, 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 who do we have here? Thieves? The stranger stepped closer, and the team was able to get a good look at him. He was somewhat similar to a Chihuahuan, but very worn down by life. Also, instead of a left arm, he had something unclear. Team, stay behind me. It's okay, I'll try to make contact with this gentleman. Alright, but just in case, everyone should be ready to run. Dobby cautiously approached the stranger. Hello, sir, we weren't trying to steal anything from you. We didn't even know anyone lived here. My name is Dobby, and you are? The stranger squinted and stared at Dobby. Then he spat on the floor and said, Johnny's my name, Johnny Greyhand. What the hell are you doing here? We're explorers from Western Howlville. We're on a mission. And you, Mr. Johnny, do you live here? That's right, just living peacefully, playing my banjo, planning to have a bite, when I noticed someone was about to steal my beans. Johnny Greyhand scowled and scrutinized each Chihuahuan. Daisy squeaked in fright and hid even further behind Stubby. But suddenly, Johnny's expression softened. I'm just kidding, don't worry. Take the beans if you really want them. Some guy once told me that eating ancient canned beans could make new paws grow. I've eaten a few dozen cans and got nothing out of it except some interesting accompaniment to my banjo solo. Hi, Seka. How did you lose your arm, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, that was a long time ago. I was wandering in search of interesting artifacts from human times. I had a dream of building a time machine to go back and find out what caused the collapse of human civilization. Since I didn't know the human language anyway, I couldn't make sense of their records. I collected everything I found and experimented, combining different devices, finding remnants of chemicals in ancient labs. Dog is on drugs. This dog? Nah, that's just Stubby. That's Sergeant Stubby. How you doing, Seka? Welcome to the show. Are you still streaming, Seka? Are you still live? Because I think like it's only been, 78 hours since you started streaming, so... Oh wow, you finished early. Okay. Well done. And one day something worked. An unknown purple portal appeared. Where it led and who was waiting on the other side was unknown to me. Lazy 5-hour stream, Jesus. I thought it would be unwise to jump into the portal immediately, so I pushed my arm through to feel what was there. And I got stuck. My arm got trapped in that purple glow. I shouted and asked for help, hoping some sympathetic creature would be on the other side. It seems that was a mistake. Some lunatic did hear me, but instead of help, he first slapped my hand and then just chopped it off. Jesus Christ. I freed myself and immediately closed the portal, and I stopped experimenting. Damn, dude. Do you think those were humans? Ancient humans on the other side of the purple glow? Stubby, don't be ridiculous. Even if it was a time machine like Mr. Johnny says, it could have taken him way, way back in time. I've seen pictures of giant lizards that lived on this planet long before humans or Chihuahuans appeared. Maybe Mr. Johnny just ran into a hungry lizard. Because what reason would humans have to do something like that? All my research shows that humans weren't bad. Well, at least most of them. And I see you guys are interested in human history. You know I've had plenty of time in a lot of old human magazines with pictures. I don't know what was written in them, but I bet I know humanology as well as any of your professors. I want to offer you something. Lizard. Let's have a quiz. If you answer all my questions about humans correctly, I'll treat you to lunch. If not, you'll have to listen to my banjo solo. Jesus, okay. You'd better start putting on an apron, sir, and get ready to serve lunch, because you're looking at the top expert in human history from both East and West Howlville. Alright then, here's the first question. If there's a fountain in front of a house, and in front of the fountain on the lawn there's a couch, how many people will be hanging around that couch? Shit. Joey, Chandler, Monica, Phoebe, Ross. Joey, Chandler, Monica, Phoebe, Ross. Just 5, right? There was only 5 people and friends, right? Was that? There were 6? Who am I missing? Rachel. I missed Rachel. There are 6. That's a tricky one. But in my book, Customs and Habits of People in Their Free Time, I described in detail the extraordinary love ancient humans had for couches and lounges. So I'd go with the first answer, or pick whatever you think is right. Okay. 6. A perfectly friendly group is 6. Correct. Must have just gotten lucky. I'm more sad that I knew that. Next question. If there's a wooden bench in the park and there's a box of chocolates on the bench, how many people will be sitting on that bench? Just 1. This one's a no-brainer. In my book, People's Taste Habits, I wrote about how humans loved extracting sugar from plants and enjoying it in both solid and liquid forms. I think the whole world would flock to that bench for chocolates. But hey, it's your call. 2? No. Wait. 1 person at first, but then others would come for the chocolates, like they just ran out of the forest starving. Forrest Gump. I know it's a Forrest Gump thing. It's this one. This round goes to you. If there's a painting of a ship hanging on the wall in a pink room, a couch against the wall, and a TV in front of the couch, how many people will be sitting on that couch? If there's a painting of a ship hanging on the wall in a pink room, couch against the wall. Oh, The Simpsons. Homer, Marge, Lisa, Bart, and Maggie? Were they all on the couch? Yeah, right? Yeah, okay. So, 5. A TV, one of the few human technologies that Chihuahuans still use today. Personally, I love watching talk shows, so I'm sure the whole world would gather on that couch. Or you can ignore my hints again and choose whatever you'd like. What about Graggle? Who? Huh? I stopped watching The Simpsons like over a decade ago. I don't know who Graggle is. 5. Typical human family with 3 kids. Right again. On which of these items did ancient humans most often leave the tastiest crumbs from various treats for their beloved Chihuahuans? On which of these items did ancient humans most often leave the tastiest crumbs from various treats for their most beloved Chihuahuans? Plates? I'm not even going to try to help you anymore. You ignore my hints anyway. Well, I've been getting it right there, Jason. On the couch, on the sink, on the desk, on the bookshelf. Crumbs? Graggle Simpson, the hidden lost character. I remember Bart has a clone in the attic. That was a thing, right? Or not a clone, but a twin, right? But no, I don't know. Graggle, you could not be lying to me and I wouldn't know. I wouldn't be able to call you out on this one. What is this? On which of these items did ancient humans most often leave the tastiest crumbs from various treats for their beloved Chihuahuans? I'm just gonna say the couch, because all the other things have been about couches and benches so far. Right again, congratulations. I don't know what that was in reference to. Ha, I didn't expect to get all the answers right. We're the opponents. I'll go get lunch now. You wait here. Johnny went into the storage room for a few minutes and came out with his arms full of old tin cans. Here you go. This should be to your liking. No ref, many eat on the couch. Yeah. And come to think of it, like, all of his questions were movie and TV based. So you eat supper sitting on the couch while watching TV, right? If you don't sit at the dining room table, kind of thing. It's a very American thing. He wiped the years of dust off the labels on the cans and turned them so that the Chihuahuans could see the pictures. It's Chihuahua meat! All the Chihuahuans are speechless. The labels depicted Chihuahuas. Now I'll go get the teapot and bowls. Just a moment. Johnny went back into the storage room. Please tell me this isn't what I think it is. Well, if there are beans pictured on the canned beans, then if there are Chihuahuas pictured on the tin, then it means... Yes, team, it's clear. This Johnny is a psychopath. He's hunting Chihuahua expeditions and turning them into canned food. His stupid questions just lulled us into a false sense of security. Wait. It seems like these cans are from the human era. Maybe these cans aren't made from Chihuahuans, but made for them. Oh, are you sure? Yes, I saw notes about it in an encyclopedia of humans. At this point, Johnny came out of the storage room and approached the researchers. Hey folks, why does everyone look so scared? What are these cans? Shh, Stubby, don't panic. Johnny looked at the tin cans of food he brought from for the Chihuahuans. He frowned, trying to understand what upset the researchers so much. And when he realized, he burst out laughing. You thought these were cans of Chihuahuans? No one will believe me when I tell them. These are from the human era. This is food that people used to feed Chihuahuans. Oh, you guys are funny. The research team felt a bit embarrassed. Who would have thought that people would draw something on the packaging that wasn't inside? Those people were quite eccentric. Have you actually tasted these cans? Are they safe? I've tasted them a couple of times. Just can't quite remember what happened afterwards. But as you can see, I'm perfectly fine. Let's do this. I'll eat a bit from one of the cans so you can see that the food is safe. Johnny skillfully opened a tin can and scooped out a bit of the ancient food. And then a little more, and a little more. See, I'm perfectly fine. Suddenly, the supermarket owner's pupils went wide. Suddenly, the supermarket owner's pupils widened, and he seemed to fall into some kind of trance. Mr. Johnny, how are you? Can you hear me? The tongue! But it seemed that Johnny wasn't hearing anyone anymore. He was mumbling something to himself. Also, can I just point out that this is the second VN I've played with an opossum in it, a cute opossum. Kind of funny that this keeps happening. I'm hypnotizing dog food? I think maybe it's just old dog food. I think maybe that's it. It seemed that Johnny wasn't hearing anyone anymore. He was mumbling something to himself. Did I tell you about my friend? I remember we went on a trip. Excuse me? How are you feeling? The researcher's questions didn't reach Johnny's ears. He kept mumbling quietly. It was a wonderful trip. We had 2 bags of canned beans, 75 pieces of cookies, 5 cans of fierce dog food, a salt shaker with holes full of salt. We can't stop here. This is bat country. Team, it seems Mr. Johnny needs to rest. The Chihuahuans carefully led Johnny back to the storage room and laid him down on the couch. The supermarket owner kept mumbling to himself, so the researchers decided to quietly leave and let Johnny rest. The Chihuahuans carefully left the supermarket, taking a couple of cans of canned beans that Johnny had allowed them to take, and went on their way. Yeah, nope, that possum was high as a kite. Oh. Uh-oh. Well, we found a bonfire. I guess we can rest here. Oh, this game is full of little references. After running for quite a while, the whole team decided to settle down for a break. Look, there's a stick sticking out of the ground. Let's make a fire around it and lay out our sleeping bags. As they did, tired and exhausted, the Chihuahuans took out the food supplies they had a quick snack, and lay down to rest. You just played that? Well done. Oh, team, I want to talk to you. Of course, Daisy, what's going on? We've only been traveling for a few days, and we've already encountered so many dangers, monsters, we barely sleep, and we had to search for food. Don't mind the giant crow? Maybe. I can't handle it anymore. I wasn't prepared for this kind of stress. And what do you know, we don't even know how much further we have to go to find the sausage tree. I'm not even sure it exists anymore. How could this be, Daisy? You had faith in your research. Maybe one day I'll come back with renewed strength and better prepared. But right now, I want to go home. I just can't handle this pressure. I'm scared. I didn't expect this. All the other researchers I know haven't talked about anything like what's happening to us. In any case, I won't be able to protect you. I'll only get in your way. No, Daisy. No, Seka. So Daisy here, little Daisy, is a botanist. And she suspects that some of the trees will have mutated to the point that it will grow sausages. This is a sausage-based society. Everything they eat is sausages. They turn everything into sausages. So, She was hoping for a sausage tree because then they wouldn't have to make sausages, they could just eat the sausages. But we haven't found it yet. It's not like that, but I understand you, Daisy. Even though I've been on many different expeditions, I haven't faced this many dangers and difficulties before. I'll try to contact headquarters to call for an evacuation drone. Drone? Dobby rummaged through his backpack searching for the two-way radio. After finding it, she? Dobby's a she? Oh. Huh. Okay. I thought Dobby was a he this whole time. She struggled for a long time trying to establish a connection with the main research center, but had no luck. Fortunately, the research team heard a familiar thumping. It seemed Steve was just returning from his date. The whole team began shouting loudly to get Steve's attention. Oh, hey there again, you again. How was your day? Oh, Steve, don't even ask. I hope your day went better than our day. Yeah, I hope your date went better than our day. Steve gave a mysterious smile, but decided not to say anything. Steve got laid. The fact that he wasn't bitten and still had all his legs showed that the date had gone quite well. Steve, listen, could you take Daisy to the city? She decided to go home. No problem, I'm heading that way anyway. Hop on, you can rest on my back. Steve carefully lowered his body to the ground so the botanist could climb up and settle comfortably on his spider back. No, Daisy, you were my favorite. Friends, thank you for understanding. I'll be waiting for you when you return to the city, and I'll be excited to hear all about your adventures. Goodbye. Aw, no. I like Daisy. Boo. Daisy shouted this out, and she and Steve headed towards West Howellville. The researchers watched Daisy and Steve leave with sad eyes. Without Daisy, their journey wasn't as fun, and their chances of finding the sausage tree had decreased significantly. Yeah, really. Oh. Day 5. Day 4. The morning greeted the researchers with gloomy but fresh weather. Nothing special happened overnight, so they had some canned beans for breakfast and calmly set off on their journey. After walking for a while, the researchers stumbled upon some ruins that were incomprehensible to them. Remnants of human civilization. This is the robot from Nier Automata. Next still has living humans, I guess, maybe. This is from Nier Automata with the bucket and everything? I know that. Whoa, this must have been something grand. Jason, do you know what these buildings and structures are? Yes, team, let's analyze this. Metal structures, train tracks, various buildings and gates. I've seen something like this in old photographs. Is Daisy meant to be a reference to Snufkin? Maybe. I don't know. Aha! Exactly, this is a factory. People used to come here to earn pieces of paper and then go trade it for food in the pooper market. Ugh, don't remind me of that scary place. Alright folks, let's explore this area. It seems safe enough. The team passed through the main gate and entered the amusement park grounds. The old roller coasters were almost collapsed. The bumper car ride was overgrown with plants, but a couple of small buildings still remained. While the team was looking around, Jason found a surviving plastic face-in-the-hole stand. Guys, look! Or, guys, look, I'm a factory worker. Jason, stop it, you're hilarious. Yes, I know. It's quite strange because I remember reading in various studies that people didn't like going to factories. It brought them down. But I don't get it. This place seems kind of fun. Jason Rarmbo. Rar. I'm glad to see that that thing still works in my streamer bot. Let's take a closer look at this place to understand it better. But let's be quick, we don't have much time. Let's explore just one thing and leave the rest for future exploration or expeditions. The explorers were standing in front of two buildings. Both had been worn down by time and nature. But it was clear that one building was dark and gloomy. On the faded posters, you could barely make out frightening faces. The other building, in lighter and more cheerful colors, had something like smiles on it. So where should we go? Splitting up isn't an option. If something goes wrong, it's better to stick together. Okay, so the dark building is definitely a haunted house. The light one, Hmm. I'm gonna go. So June, I don't know if June is still here, but June was upset that we didn't the gun last time, so I'm gonna choose the haunted house this time. June, I hope you're here. I'm doing this for you. Okay. The researchers entered a dark, dusty horror room. There was no electricity, of course, but even without it, the remaining props sent shivers down their spines. Wow, this is creepy. Why would people build such a terrifying place? I think this might be some sort of training facility for preparing factory security or something like that. Training courage and bravery. Well, that sounds very logical. At least I don't have any other theories. What can I say? I'm impressed. I didn't think people had such a complex approach to training. When we get back, I'll tell our headquarters about it so they can build a few such rooms for training researchers before expeditions. The team looked around a bit more in the room and then went outside. Huh. Interesting place, this factory. At once both amusing and terrifying. We should have a chat with the engineers from West Howellville. Maybe they can build something similar in our city. This place is so strange, but there's still so much exciting stuff to discover here. Yes, unfortunately, we need to stick to our travel schedule. I'll make a few notes to make it easier for future expeditions to find this place. For now, we need to move on. Okay. After passing the amusement park for a few hours, the team noticed a pleasant smell in the air. The farther they went, the stronger and more vibrant the smell became. Look, friends, it seems we found a sausage tree plantation. Huh? Daisy was right. If she had stuck with us for just one more day, she would have found this too. Daisy. Finally, we're going to feast on these aromatic, wonderful treats. It's a shame Daisy isn't here to see this. She would be delighted. What was my other sci-fi game done to past future Earth? I don't know. Oh man, I feel like the girls in 1000 Times Resist would have been okay if they had had sausage trees. Wait, these trees are different. I'm not sure if they're all edible. We should have asked Daisy for a description of the tree. We really should have. Yes, we missed that somehow. So what should we do? We'll have to taste these fruits blindly. Since I'm responsible for safety, I'll be the one to try. But we need to decide which tree looks the most correct. Well, the tree is called a sausage tree, so you'd think we should look for fruits that resemble sausages. But there's a chance that's a mistake. Daisy has never seen these treats herself and might have given just an approximate name. Who knows? Oh, hurry up and decide. I can't wait to taste these delicacies. Well then, we need to choose. Oh god. Green leaves with fruit like sausages. Blue leaves with fruit like servalots. Purple leaves with fruit like salami. I don't know. I'm gonna go with the first one, I think. Stubby picked a fruit from the tree and started nibbling on it. These fruits smell way better than they taste. Stubby took another bite. They're kinda bitter. Oh no, I'm starting to feel sick. Oh, this was a bad idea. Let me give you a pill and some water. Dobby quickly rummaged through his backpack. So Dobby is a he. Okay, so they fucked up the pronoun earlier. Found what was needed and handed it to Stubby. Thanks, Dobby, but I think trying these fruits randomly wasn't the best idea. I might need to go to a hospital. Of course, I'll contact headquarters now. Oh no! Dobby rummaged through his backpack, found his radio, and called the headquarters of the research center. The headquarters. This game needs a little bit of proofreading. HQ, this is the research exposition. Do you copy? HQ here. Look at this. Wilhelmina, is that you? The connection is terrible. Of course, it's me. Who else were you expecting? A hot something? Wilhelmina, we urgently need an evacuation drone. One of our team members can't continue the journey. What's going on there? First Steve brought Daisy, and now this? Yes, Wilhelmina, I know this expedition isn't going exactly as planned, but that's how it is. Please send the evacuation drone ASAP. Of course. Which sector? Repeat. Which sector? Sector 15. We're in Sector 15. Got it. We'll arrive by evening. Thanks, Wilhelmina. Over and out. Bye, Dobby. Dobby finished the call, put the radio back in his backpack, and walked over to Stubby, who had been sitting with Jason the whole time. How you holding up, Stubby? I'm okay, don't worry. When will help arrive? Around evening. And what will you do then? Are you both going to continue investigating the signal? Right, I almost forgot to check the signal with everything going on. Dobby took out his locator and navigator to check the signal strength and verify the coordinates. Guys, the signal's gone. Does that mean there's nothing left to check, or what? I think we should at least check where it was coming from and what or who is there. After all, it's the purpose of our expedition. But be careful, guys. If you see anything, come back immediately. They sat there until dusk. Then the drone arrived. Sausage. Then the drone arrived. Dobby and Jason carefully secured Stubby to ensure she would be comfortable during the flight. Dobby entered the city coordinates and sent the drone off with Stubby to the city. Jason wagged his tail and watched the drone until it disappeared behind the treetops. Don't worry, Jason. I'm sure Stubby will be okay. Yeah, of course. I think we should rest tonight. The earlier we go to bed, the earlier we can wake up to find something to eat. And investigate the signal. Yeah, that too. Both Chihuahuans settled into their sleeping bags under the trees and, exhausted from the day's events, quickly fell asleep. Are all on a trip and the end of the world never happened? Maybe. Day 5. Alright. It is 3 hours on the nose since I started streaming. I am fucking starving. Actually, let's stand up. We're gonna call it here. This is going to be the end of this because I am so hungry. But hopefully you have all had fun. I hope you all enjoyed yourself. Banana Lassie, I'm not sure if you're still here, but thank you again for the raid. Thank you everyone for the gift subs and the cheers. It's crazy appreciated. You have absolutely no idea how genuinely appreciative I am. It's so cool of all of you. No, Desty, I'm finishing up. I'm gonna refund you those. I'm not doing those. I'm trying to wrap up here, Daisy. I'm trying to wrap up here, Desty. Listen, I refunded those, and afterwards, I'm going to start taking care of my shorts, okay? You've given me instructions on what to do, and I will do that. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. So, this is spooky music. Let's not listen to this spooky music right now. Hold on. Let's put some fun on. Let's put something cool on. How about this? There we go. That's nice. Okay. So, I'm going to move out of the way so that y'all can see. Oh, I don't need to move out of the way. My schedule's right here. So, tomorrow is going to be some more Vintage Story. If you like Minecraft type stuff, come hang out. It's going to be me, Aza, Clem, I think a few other people. I think Digi and Eric and Lootbox will be there, but I'm not 100% sure. They are missing. So I'm not quite sure where they're going to be. My music's kind of loud, isn't it? Okay, there we go. Yeah, if you like Vintage Story or you like hardcore Minecraft or survival crafting or whatever, and listening to a bunch of friends just bullshit, come hang out. We'll have some fun. So let's find someone to raid out to. Who's live? First, let's see if anyone is playing this. I suspect no one will be. I suspect I am the only one playing this right now, but let's find out. Signal, Uncharted Land. I am the only one playing this right now. That's fine. So, who can we raid to? Oh, Quasar is streaming right now. So is Isra. I haven't raided to Quasar in a minute. You know what? I like Quasar. Let's raid out to Quasar. Quasar is very, very cool. Quasar is a flesh tuber, so I'm sorry for those of you like me who are very, very asocial and don't like flesh tubers, but Quasar is really nice. Give them a chance. So, raid is live. Tell them I sent you. Tell them I said hi. I hope you all enjoy yourselves, and I'll see you tomorrow. And if I don't see you, I hope you have a good one. Bye, everyone.